And what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Big Blue in the Bronx channel. I am joined here by my best friend, Sean. Not only is he the head of the table, but he is
Damn
the
right.
co-host of the Pinstripes and Pile Drivers podcast. Pretty sure we have it in the link, so check it out. But Sean, I'll go to you first. Thoughts for our matchup tonight? Obviously, spring training, but this, I believe, is Marcus Stroman's second start of the spring, and obviously,
Third.
there's a lot surrounding him. Luis Gil being injured, him vying for a rotation spot. And the Yankees possibly trading him for a third baseman, even though that really hasn't happened yet. But Sean, first thoughts.
Well, definitely glad to be on for another spring training broadcast. Thank you for having me on, Luca. We'll have another visitor shortly. Until then, we'll get this one started. I just look, the big thing for me tonight is we need to see Marcus Stroman improve. He has been off to a miserable start. First game he pitched fine, but that's because he threw an inning. The last two, not so hot. He's got an ERA just under 10.
Mm-hmm.
That ain't gonna cut it. So he needs to get his head out of his ass, and he need a decent outing tonight. That's what I look for in tonight's game. Offensively, I mean, on the other side of the ball, we'll see Judge out playing tonight. Austin Wells leading off again. I look, I understand it's spring training, but can we not actually, like Boone was saying that he was actually considering Wells as a leadoff hitter. Can we not do that? I don't know about you, Luca. I think that's absolutely and utterly stupid, but
Yeah,
that's just me.
that's fine. To piggyback off of you, what you said, I don't view him as a leadoff hitter. I think the Yankees not having a leadoff hitter is problematic to the roster construction, if you want my honest opinion. And I don't mean to sound negative, but this is just generally how I feel about the team and the roster and all these different things. Wells is a bottom of the order hitter. The Yankees have too many meat of the order guys, in my opinion, in their lineup.
Mm-hmm.
And in my honest opinion, they don't have a leadoff guy. Like Jazz Chisholm would be perfect if he actually didn't have a golf swing for the leadoff
Yes.
position. Again, he goes for that uppercut golf swing, and at the same gate, great. His speed can be utilized. His on base percentage can be utilized, but he doesn't hit for speed or for contact as a table setter. He hits for power. That's the problem. And the Yankees are still missing an infielder at the third base corner spot, which is also problematic. Is Yorbit Vivas going to be the guy, as well as Peraza going to be the guy? Is Oswaldo Cabrera going to be the guy? Who knows? So it's a lot of questions, but I'm not a fan of the Austin Wells hitting leadoff for spring training purposes. I get, but he's not a leadoff hitter.
No, and like I said, what scares me about that is the fact that Boone was, we joked about it.
Yeah,
Boone's taking it a little too seriously. This is like the fifth or sixth game he has let off, so you're making me nervous. Let's not, let's get our fun in the spring, but let's not be stupid.
Well, I'll say this for the record, just how we're going to do this. I think we'll do some broadcast format. I think also as well, we'll do some chat and all that. Obviously, we'll get to the chat in a second, but in terms of like side commentary as well. So for the Toronto Blue Jays, leading off with third base is Will Wagner. Batting second and DHing is Dalton Varsho. Batting third and playing left field is Joey Loperfido. Batting fourth and playing catcher is Tyler Heineman. Batting fifth and playing shortstop is Ernie Clement. Sounds like an MLB 2K name. Batting sixth and playing center field is Nathan Luce. Batting seventh and playing right field is Addison Barger. Batting eighth and playing at second base is Leo Jimenez. And batting ninth and playing first base for the Toronto Blue Jays is Riley Terada. And Marcus Stroman is on the mound.
Essentially, the Blue Jays have sent their minor leaguers here, not too many big names. I got to ask Luca, what are your thoughts on playing division games in the spring? Because I think it's kind of dumb if you ask me, but because, like Marcus Stroman, what if he pitches a gem? Well, now the Blue Jays know what to expect, don't they? Like, I don't know. I don't know about you. I think division games in the spring are a little stupid. I get it. You got to play like 30-something games, but
right.
I'm not a fan of it.
I'll be honest, I don't mind it. I remember we were talking about this on this was our first stream, I think. We were talking about like how much the Yankees used to play the Phillies in Clearwater and the old spring training, all those different things. I don't mind it necessarily. It doesn't mean like you're going to show the same arsenal in the regular season. That's just my personal opinion. But I'll get to the Yankee defense in a sec as Wagner is up to the plate now against Marcus Stroman. Stroman's ready, so his Wagner pitch on the way is a called strike. Count is 0-1.
Oh, yeah, you're way ahead of me. They just showed the defense on Fubo. So,
What's up to
Oh,
Jacob? What's up to Brad? I said I would get to the chat, and I will. What's up to Brad? Can you hit for speed? I thought it was hit for power. On the Yankees, it's hit for power.
yes.
Pitch is a check swing, go around. He knocks his third base umpire, Mark Carlson. And also, we have the ABS system, so that's obviously going to be a lot of fun in spring training.
Also like that the Yankees are running out a good chunk of starters and people that you will see on the big league roster tonight. So, little regular season preview. Not completely, but Wagner hit 305 last year, 2 home runs, 11 RBIs in 24 games.
Absolutely. And what level did he play at? Did you say?
That was MLB.
Ah, is that the
That was with the
baseball
big leagues
MLB?
last year.
1-2 is grounded to the right side, played nicely. Fields fires for the first out.
I do my best to read off the stats without being super duper late. I'm going off of what what I'm
That's
seeing on
okay. That's
Fubo.
okay.
So
Even if the audience doesn't see it, you could be my statistician.
I will work on that when our other guest comes in. He'll be our analytics guy.
Okay.
You'll know who I'm talking about. Those watching on my channel, you'll know who I'm talking about. Yes, we are simulcast, if you were wondering.
Yes. Dalton Varsho, the designator, is up. First pitch is a called strike, sinker that time, count as 0-1. So the Yankee defense from left to right is Dominic Smith, Cody Bellinger, and Aaron Judge. From third to first, it is Andrew Velasquez, Oswald Peraza, Yorbit Vivas, and Paul Goldschmidt catching. And this is a fly ball into right center field. Judge comes over, makes the catch for the second down as I was reading the defense. Catching behind the plate is Austin Wells, DHing is Trent Grisham, and pitching is Marcus Stroman.
Varsho in 136 games last year hit 214 with 18 home runs and 58 ribbies. Probably one of the few Blue Jays you'll see in the lineup come opening day, or at least on the roster.
So up is Joey Loperfido. First pitch is swing and a miss, strike one, the cutter on the inside corner. Now, go ahead, Sean.
Yes Network keys to the game is Dominic Smith and how well he's been playing. Can he keep it up? Goldschmidt, it just says Goldie, so I'm assuming they're talking about where he can progress. And of course, as we discussed, who leads off.
And how well I think Goldschmidt's played well over the course of spring training for the first part. He's hitting 211, though, thus far. He might have been struggling the last couple of games. Count is 1-1 to Loperfido. The pitch on the way is a nice little curveball thrown in there. Count is 1-2. To say about Dominic Smith, and this is going to come off, again, extremely negative, I think it's one of the cases of spring training. I don't want to say spring training merchant, if you get what I'm saying. Like, he gets really hot. A player
like he
gets
breaks
really hot
out in the spring, but wouldn't be really. You don't think he'd be able to translate that up in the Bronx?
Check swing, did he go around? He did not. No, he did not. You're absolutely right, Sean. Well, in terms of what I was saying, I've seen that too many times. I could kind of call one when I see one. 2-2 count. Pitch on the way is chopped to the right side, played there by Goldschmidt. He fields, fires to Stroman. That'll be the end of the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. We head to the bottom of the first. It is 0-0 with the Yankees up to bat. We've seen Greg Bird do it. Hit like 7 homers in spring. Kyle Higashioka had that 1 year. Was not
Yangervis Solarte. I bet
Yangervis Solarte, not as nearly as impactful. Here's
I can
another
do this
name.
color commentary thing.
Yes. Here's another name. Franchi Cordero. Anybody remember him?
Yes, last year, right? Or was
that
it
was
the year
2 years
before?
ago, actually.
2 years ago.
But might have been 2 years ago.
Actually, I just seen him playing in a spring game too, like a couple days ago. I don't remember for who though.
I think probably Dominican because he's Dominican.
Well, if you would like, I'll quickly read off the Yankees lineup.
Sure.
Leading off, the catcher, Austin Wells. Batting second, the captain, the MVP, the reigning defending undisputed MVP, Aaron Judge. Batting third, the center fielder, Cody Bellinger. Cleaning up at first will be Paul Goldschmidt. Batting fifth, the DH, Trent Grisham. Batting sixth, the left fielder, Dominic Smith. Batting seventh, the shortstop, Oswald Peraza. Batting eighth, the second baseman, Yorbit Vivas. And batting ninth, the third baseman, the man from the Bronx himself, Andrew Velasquez.
Yes.
So pretty solid lineup for the most part. Mixture of starters and backups for the most part. I mean, I'll be honest, I think out of this whole lineup, there's maybe only 3 people that we won't see come opening day.
But I think Brad's also going to point. He's like, Smith is the new Higgy Definitely. And I know you guys, mostly you, Sean, you guys really want a scat. What's the guy's catcher's
JC
name?
Escara, who had a big
Escara.
game yesterday, by the way.
Yeah, you want a Scar to win the backup catcher job. I know the Yankees traded for Alex Jackson, but
I have to ask.
yes.
I know you probably didn't get to see the game yesterday. If not, I could read off his numbers. I have him here. Was there a little concern with the way Garrett Cole's outing went yesterday? If you want, I'll just read it off for those who may not know.
He gave up like 6 runs,
Yeah,
correct?
2 2/3, 5 hits, 6 runs, all earned, no walks, 2 strikeouts. Gave up 2 home runs. Obviously, I don't think there's any reason to overly freak out.
Was
It's
that
his
his first
second
start or
start.
was that his
Second.
second? Okay. I would see another one, honestly. I'm not gonna not as much as we are just talking about Dominic Smith and how well he's playing and not to overreact to that. It's the same thing for players who don't play well in the spring training.
Yeah, I agree. So pitching for the Blue Jays will be Yariel Rodriguez. I'm sorry if I butchered that. I shouldn't butcher that. I am Hispanic too, but
No, I'm sure you said it right. It sounds right.
But either way, said not too much of an overpowering pitcher. He's a pitch to contact type of guy. So don't know if this will be one of the guys we see with the big leagues for the Blue Jays. Right now, he's got an 18 ERA up to this point. So
Yeah.
but I can't imagine he has too many outings yet.
I'm sure he does.
Wells leading off.
Yes. Rodriguez, slow windup deals to Wells' first pitch is, and they're a called strike 93 on the gun on the fastball. Rodriguez also pitched 21 games last season for the regular season. What am I talking about? Big League Blue Jays, 21 games started. So, yes, he was in the bigs.
Wells right now hitting 308 this spring with a 972 OPS. So a solid spring up to this point. He's also got 1 home run and 4 ribbies.
0-2 to Wells. Pitch is check swing foul ball off to the left side. Count is still 0-2.
Wells last year struggled offensively a little bit. Hit 229, 13 home runs, 55 ribbies, and 1 stolen base.
Wells with a high fly ball, deep right field, back to the track, at the wall. See ya!
Hey!
Wells, and the Yankees lead 1-0.
Nice. Good start. Good start. I'm about to see it now. Yeah, he left that one hanging in the zone. Spot. Yeah. Up and in, though, and he still did that.
Trying to look at his mechanics. Got the bat right over the plate. Looked like it was more leaning towards the outside corner, but Wells able to pull that ball. Usually that's a ball, in my opinion, that goes opposite field, but he pulls it for a home run. Yankees lead 1-0.
Coming up the bat now is Aaron Judge. Only 5 at-bats this spring, so he's only got a 200 average. No home runs, 2 RBIs up to this point, a 700 OPS. Last year in the regular season, hit 322, 58 home runs, 144 RBIs, and 10 stolen bases for the reigning defending undisputed MVP of the American League.
Judge fouls that off as he was late on that one as we look at the play in right field once again. Close, but it just, I think.
Armand.
What's up to Armand as well? Count is 1-1. Pitch to Judge. Swing and a miss late on the fastball again. Count is 1-2. And a big thing, obviously, we're seeing with Judge, and it's not a huge deal. You'll see a lot of hitters, especially in the big leagues, that are trying to adjust their timing through spring training.
Yes. You're wondering records if you actually care about them in the spring. Blue Jays come in at 7-4. Yankees come in at 6-5. Yankees lost yesterday 8-4 to the Minnesota Twins. In a rough outing, the Blue Jays also coming off of a win. They beat the Red Sox 7-4 yesterday.
Count is 2-2 after that pitch, just missing the outside corner. Cody Bellinger on deck. 2-2 count. Judge chops it, rolls over to the left side, fielded nicely. Fields, fires, gets the first out. So that'll bring up Cody Bellinger.
Bellinger's had a solid spring up to this point. In 18 at-bats, he's hitting .444, 1 home run, 2 RBIs. Last year in the regular season, hit .266 with 18 home runs and 78 RBIs, along with 9 stolen bases. He's had a good spring so far. I've been very happy with him. No concern with him whatsoever. Let's just get him healthy through the next 20 days or so.
Bellinger, first pitch is way inside. That ball got away from the catcher. Count is 1-0. If I remember correctly, this is not a Yankees thing, but a Blue Jays thing, but more so Yankees as well. Didn't Ernie Clement kill the Yankees whenever he faced them last year?
I don't know off the top of my head, but
I
you're
feel like he
probably
did.
right. We always have that one guy that kills us. It was probably him.
Strike there to Bellinger as we see, as I just got to take notice of the Michaels of Brooklyn pasta sauce ad, which
Yeah,
happens
I
to
see
be
that every game that they play at home.
yeah, it's a popular ad, I guess. Pitch is a called strike. Count is 1-2.
Got to bring Brooklyn down to Florida because remember, 75% of people there are either from New York or New Jersey.
Exactly, and Michaels of Brooklyn's what 20 minutes away from me.
True.
And they're known for the pasta sauce. Count is 1-2. Also, bakery. The pitch on the way
Don't
is
make me
Bellinger
hungry.
swinging a high fly ball deep right field. That ball is out of here.
Hey!
Into right. It is 2-0 Bombers.
What a start for the Yankees. 2 home runs and 3 at-bats against the Blue Jays. I don't think you can ask for a better start. Second home run of the spring for the Cody Bellinger. I'd say Bellinger is ready for opening day.
Yes.
That was
Bellinger went down
moonshot.
to get that one.
So at the bat now will be Paul Goldschmidt. This spring, just hitting 211, but he does have a home run, 4 RBIs. Last season, hit 245, 22 home runs, 65 RBIs, and 11 stolen bases. So probably could do more what the Yankees hope, which is hit home runs.
First pitch to Goldschmidt is swinging a miss late on the sinker. Count is 0-1.
He got all of that. He knew that was a home run immediately off the bat. Hit that one over the bleachers, it looked like.
It did look like that. Count is 0-1. The pitch to Goldschmidt, swinging a miss. Looks like the Yankees can't catch up to the fastball with the sinker. 96 on the gun. Count is 0-2.
Seems like that's about where he's going to top out, at least at this point in the spring. 96 miles
Pitch.
an hour.
Goldschmidt with a high pop-up foul to the right side.
2-0 Yankees to start. The first of 2 straight night games. Tomorrow night they'll be playing the Houston Astros in West Palm Beach. We like our night games because you know what, Luca? We're hardworking men who unfortunately don't always get to watch the Yankees. Tomorrow we will have an opportunity to.
And there's plenty more night games when it comes to spring training. Well, yeah. I shouldn't say when it comes to spring training, but like, you know, it just feels like a different vibe.
Oh, it's always better in the night. I wish they played all their games at night, but that's just me. Luca, when you are ready. Oh, there he is.
Hello,
Vinny.
Hello.
What's going on?
Oh, you missed a good start. We've already got 2 home runs.
I saw the Bellinger home run.
Yeah, and Wells hit one to start the game. Yankees are up 2-0.
All right, so this will bring up the designated hitter, Trent Grisham. And then I'll let Vinny offer his first thoughts when the at-bat concludes.
Yeah, Vinny, I should warn you, he's like a whole 3 pitches ahead of me. So if he's ahead of me, he's definitely ahead of you. If you're watching on the Spectrum app.
I'm actually watching on the MLB app, so I don't know.
I should try the MLB app, actually. I didn't even think to. It's probably not that much different.
There's not a blackout or anything on there. So
no, if you do have MLB.TV, guys, blackouts, there's no blackouts in spring training.
Yeah.
Just to put that out there.
Count is 1-1.
Grisham hit 190 last year, 9 home runs, 31 RBIs with a 675 OPS. Did exactly what they expected him to do. Not really hit much, but great defender.
That the moment that will always stick in my mind is the RBI double against the Red Sox. We were all out at freaking Perfect Pint, and Alex lost the bet.
Yes. I'll tell that story real quick. Long story short, the weekend, 2 days before me, Alex, and Luca went to Philly, we were at a bar in Manhattan watching the Yankees play the Red Sox Saturday night game, and Clay Holmes came in. So I said to Alex, how about we put a bet down? If Clay Holmes gets the save, you have to buy us all drinks. And we put this bet on Alex thinking there's no chance there's no chance Holmes gets the save here. What did you think happened? He got the damn save. So Alex bought us a shot of it was vodka, if I remember correctly.
Well, Sean, I don't think it was so much the save from Clay Holmes. It was Trent Grisham getting a key hit.
Well, that too, but remember the whole thing was on Holmes.
Oh, it was? All
But
right.
then Grisham got the hit. And then Alex bought us a shot of vodka and we were all stumbling out of there to end the night.
By the way, for any if there's any non-Yankee fans in here, was it Austin Wells hit that home run, the first one?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Only one park that ball would have been out of, and you're looking at it right now. The other
Yeah.
parks,
Yeah.
they would have stayed in. So
Vinny feeding into the haters.
That's okay. Bellinger's was like 107.7 off the bat. That was gone in 30 at 30. So
yes.
Vinny, I'd like to hear your first thoughts.
First thoughts of
Just in general, Yankees, what you've seen from
I'm hating the Stanton situation totally because
I think we all are.
The more I'm listening to Cashman talk, the more I'm thinking he's not going to be ready until after the All-Star break, I'm thinking.
Oh, 100%.
I agree.
And same thing with LeMahieu. Maybe we get LeMahieu back a little earlier, but I mean,
does it make a difference?
Yeah, I know exactly. It doesn't make a difference. The only thing that really saved my day today was looking at the Baltimore Oriole starting five without Grayson Rodriguez. Whew.
Yeah, but did you see what the Red Sox did today?
I did not.
They beat the Marlins 20-2.
Oh yeah. No. I'm sorry. I did see that. Yeah,
yes.
You're right.
I'll be honest. I think I think Boston's going to be a bigger problem than
it's because
you want them to be.
Well, they're well managed.
Oh, 100%.
They kill us.
They have it. Well, yeah. And it's our rivals, so they're going to play. But other than the Stanton stuff, I think,
just don't start on the Knicks either.
No.
No, I wasn't going to say anything about that.
Don't bother with that. That's
I'll make a video about that this weekend.
Yeah.
Yes.
We need to me and you, Luca, need to do a Jets video with free agency coming up.
Absolutely. I think we could try to make that work.
Yeah. So but yeah, I still think we're gonna be better than people. Yankee fans think we're not gonna be as good, but I think we're gonna be in it all year, obviously.
Oh, I agree with that.
Yeah.
It's just my question is where are they gonna be at come
I don't
October.
foresee an 82-80 season like
Oh
that.
no.
I don't think it'll be that bad. I think we'll
not unless we continue to get hurt the way we have.
Well, and that's the thing. You gotta stay healthy. Now I'll say we won't be 82-80 as long as we don't have any major injury.
Right. We'll be 81-81.
81-81 now.
Luca, you want to place your bet down?
yes.
Okay, but first, Vinny, we have a very important question.
Okay, what's up?
Where's your favorite place to get a steak? New York, New Jersey?
I would say, I have my favorite spot.
Okay, what's your favorite spot?
Peter Luger's.
I see Luca, I told you. Okay,
Yeah.
Luca has a bet in mind because you're very optimistic about the Yankees compared to him and I. So, Luca, put your bet down.
Well, I'll say for the record, first of all, my TV has, for the S Network, as I mentioned to Sean in the pre-show, has frozen. So I'm going to try to find another way to try to cover the game. But what I was going to say, Vinny, is if the Yankees don't win the World Series, you don't have to pay me back in anything. But if the Yankees do win the World Series and you prove me wrong, I will buy you a steak at Peter Luger's, a steak meal, and I will also pay for one or two alcoholic drinks.
Listen, I'll do the same. I'll buy you a steak dinner wherever you want to go. Doesn't matter to me.
I feel like that's not something to
You want to go to
though.
I don't know, you like Brazilian steak? What do you like?
I've never had Brazilian steak, if I'm being completely honest.
Fogo is. Whew.
I know there's one in downtown.
Fogo is good, man. Fogo de Chao is very good.
But look, you're not missing anything right now. Stroman got through the first out, no problem. They're doing a little breakdown.
Seahawks have traded Geno to the Raiders. Is that right, Armand?
Oh,
Really? Let me see this.
That's
I know
Armand, you're very good, I know, but let's double check the
Luca, would you like me to send you my
Validity.
MLB.TV information?
And by the
I
way,
think-
Armand,
Get it?
I have a story to tell Armand. By the way, you mind?
Yep, the news is true, everybody.
Is it true?
Geno Smith is reuniting with Pete Carroll.
Okay, so that's not a surprise to me because
Strikeout to
what I've been hearing in Seattle is that they've been trying to basically redo that whole offense because they're going to lose both their receivers. They've already lost Lockett.
Yeah,
They're gonna lose
is
Metcalf, and I'm thinking they want to go a different way with their offense. So that's not a surprise to me. But the Raiders, I thought Carroll. Well, I knew Carroll wouldn't go for Russell Wilson. Everybody's like, "Oh, Russell Wilson."
Yeah,
They didn't get they did not get along very well in there.
No.
So, but Gino, Pete loves
That is
Gino.
a high fly ball in the deep right field. That
was
ball is gone.
crushed.
It is 2-1 Yankees.
That was crushed. Oh my
Oh,
God.
Strowman. What did I say in the pregame, Luca? He cannot get killed again.
Yes.
Well, guess what he just did? He got killed.
Well, that was could he have hung it any?
Vinny, what's our
better?
analytics on this one?
I'll give it to you in a second. It was 107.2, would have been out in 30 at 30 Parks. It says the pitch only came in at 73. So did he hang a curve?
I thought it was a sinker.
Said the pitch came in at 73. I don't have the bat speed on it yet though, but it went 407.
2 outs.
Yeah, my screen's fogging up, so. And also, I put on Gotham Sports on my computer. It's behind you guys.
Is
That's
it
better for me?
Yeah, Gotham Sports. I don't even use that anymore.
I won't pay for it. They're a ripoff. They're a ripoff and a half with the prices. I'm good. I'll stick.
And plus, people complain about the
TV.
quality of the broadcast. Not the broadcast, but just the overall.
Yeah, it's. I heard it sucks.
Yeah.
Hello, Jeffrey.
Hello, Jeffrey.
How are you doing tonight?
You see, if I had my camera on me and, maybe if I could find my extender, I'll show you guys what my TV looks like. And that's not a...
Oh, yeah.
I just wanted to let you know, Armand, that I lived in Seattle for like 20 years after I moved away from Brooklyn. So I moved away from Brooklyn in 96, and then I moved back here in 2018. So I spent a lot of my time in Seattle. So I was just gonna say like that it's funny how you brought up the Seahawk thing because
Yeah, if you ever need help on Seattle stuff, go to Vinny. Seattle or Boston. He keeps track of those two.
And I wasn't keeping track of their score today, but
yeah,
I mean, I was like
20-2 is still, and that's going to be base hit in the center.
Who they got playing? Who's playing left?
Well, the
tonight?
glory lasted pretty short.
Who's playing? Dom Smith's playing left tonight.
Yes, he is.
Just give me 1 second.
Yep. So while Luca works on his technical difficulties, I'll take over a little play-by-play.
Poor Luca.
Well, he warned me ahead of time this could happen. I offered him my MLB.TV. I don't know if he wants to do that or not. Plus, I still haven't made my payment. It's still been letting me watch games, so I haven't paid them yet. So eventually that is going to run out. I just don't know if it's going to be tonight or not.
Armand saying per Diana Rossini, Seahawks have their sights on Sam Darnold. So it figures he'd go to another team that I root for.
Another former Jet to Seattle.
My Jets drafted him. He may as well end his career in Seattle, I guess. I don't know.
2-0 count on Jimenez. That is a chopper to third. Fields and fires. That will end the inning. So just 1 run given up there.
So I got a question for Armand. How much do you think Darnold was a product of the Minnesota offense and that coach than it was Sam Darnold? Because I'm still down on Sam Darnold. So
I have some possible breaking news. This broke about half an hour ago.
Oh.
Regarding the Knicks. On Jalen Brunson, This is the tweet I'm reading from CP the franchise. I don't know if that's a reliable source or not.
Knicks fan TV. Yeah.
Yes.
Knicks fan TV. Yes.
So
yes,
on Jalen Brunson, I'm hearing no high ankle sprain, no surgery, but maybe out until the playoffs, which is only a month away. But you don't really want to see that.
No, because now.
I mean, do we really? I mean, I don't know what the rest of our schedule looks like, but
yeah, we're on a West Coast trip, which is not easy.
No, and they're in LA again tonight. So,
and who's our offense going to run through?
That's.
I mean, without Brunson, who does your offense run through?
I was going to say it's technically Towns, but I have my thoughts on the coach, which I'll share in my next video.
Thibodeau.
Yeah.
Tibbs. Well, we'll see how he deals with this one.
Let me see if my MLB.TV still works. MLB. I asked for MLB. It gives me YouTube TV. I love Fire Stick.
He was the co-star. Well, yeah. I mean, Justin Jefferson was the star of that team.
I got to agree with Armand, and I'm not. I don't know, Vinny, if you agreed with Armand or whatever, but I think Sam Darnold was a bit of a product of his environment.
Product of the coach of the system, right?
Of course, yeah. O'Connell's brilliant.
O'Connell is brilliant. Man, I wish we would hire someone.
It's making me pay. Damn it. I knew that was going to come up soon. It worked up until yesterday.
Matzik has been diagnosed with an oblique strain.
Yes, another injury.
Fubo. Oh, look at Stanton with the beard. Wow.
Oh, he's going bearded now, too?
He's going bearded. Got any starters for the let's see, Varsho?
Varsho is the only name that really kind of
Varsho looks like isn't Barger like I thought for some reason Barger started for them last year.
I don't if he did, it wasn't much.
Yeah, but okay.
Take a look.
Anyway.
So up the bat now. I think it's. I know Justin Shackle is reporting.
Dom.
Thank you. It is Dominic Smith.
It's Dom. Big Dom. Oh, that was
a nice play by the third baseman.
That was a nice shot the other way by Dom.
To answer your question, last year, yes, he was a regular. He had 208 at bats, only hit 197.
Okay, so it wasn't really a regular, but you know.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So Peraza comes up to hit now. Kind of hijack Luca's stream here.
Come on, Peraza. I know, yeah. Sorry, Luca.
Yeah, it's not your fault. It's
spring training for everybody, even the damn TV.
Yes. That's right. It might come back to bite me in the ass in the regular season, though.
Oh, Dad, please.
Yeah, I can't help you with MLB.TV come regular season, but last year, Peraza hit 243 between all levels of the minors as he obviously rehabbed down in Tampa. Broken bat back to the pitcher. Peraza just jogs it out. I don't like seeing that, but, that's today's game.
Yeah.
Vivas comes up to hit now with 2 down in the bottom of the second.
So, I don't mean to crash it, but I was going to also say, Sean, you mentioned CP. Shams Charania said it's going to be at least 2 weeks.
Okay, I mean that's not terrible.
It's an ankle sprain, but
right. He probably will have to play in a little bit of pain, I'm sure.
Yeah,
that's why I hope they just don't rush him because we saw what happened last year, and I really do not want to see a repeat.
Yeah. I just don't want to see I don't want to fall so far down that we see Boston in like the first round. Oh, nice shot.
Hit by Vivas right back up the middle. Very nice single.
102.8 off the bat. Very nice. Nice shot.
Yeah, it's weird sometimes, Jeffrey. I mean, with spring training, obviously, networks don't do every game, which I still think is criminal in my eyes. But, that's Manfred's idea of marketing the game. It's been that way for years. So yeah, maybe they had both. It could have been just both networks actually deciding to do the game. I notice the away team tends to do the games more when they're down at Fenway South.
Yeah, sometimes when you're on MLB TV, they don't give you a choice. It's just,
Yeah, you only get that's because the other network's not broadcasting.
Didn't it not used to be that way? Where sometimes the away, like the Yankees would go play the Red Sox in Fort Myers, and the Yankees would
Once in a while they would
Once
go
in a
down
while
there,
they do
but
that,
it wasn't often. Like this spring, I don't think the Yes is doing any away games. Like usually they do like one or two, like whether it's against Pittsburgh or Baltimore. Would you just say Boston?
I mean,
I
like
do
you're
know
trying to.
we do have one nationally televised game, like legitimately just on national TV. That's Yankees Orioles. That'll be the spring breakout, which me and Vinny will be streaming on my channel, the Pinstripes and Pile Drivers podcast.
There we are.
So if you don't get MLB Network, we will be doing a little commentary on that. I don't know if you guys saw this. Did you guys see the spring breakout rosters?
I might have glanced at it once. That's it.
I did not.
Well, honestly, the real name that I saw that I think everybody was looking for was Spencer Jones. But yeah, I'll take a quick look through it. There wasn't anything spectacular. Again, because it's a road game, I don't know that they're going to send everybody.
No.
Yeah. I know a lot of people I should say a lot of people. Some people are talking about, Spencer Jones' ability to possibly impact the team because obviously next year's big free agent class with Kyle Tucker being a free agent, unless he signed a contract extension I don't know about.
So listen, okay. All right. I just pulled up the roster now.
Mm-hmm.
There's only going to be 3 infielders on the roster.
3?
Wow.
3.
Really?
Roderick Arias, George Lombard Jr., TJ Rumfield, which means somebody else is going to have to play out of position because they got like 6 outfielders. No, excuse me, 2, 4, 6, 7 outfielders, 3 catchers, and then like 12 pitchers. But 3 infielders is definitely interesting. It was an interesting route to go down.
Has Arias played in spring at all this year?
I thought he has.
I'm interested in seeing him. I don't know. I kind of want to.
I think the only time he's played is when they've been on the road. I haven't from the home games I've watched. He has not played.
Yeah, I don't know. I think he might be one to watch.
We'll get to see him in the breakout.
Fellas, just give me 1 sec. I found my extender, and then I'm going to show you what my TV looks like right now. So just give me 1 sec.
That'll be good.
Okay.
So yeah, some names to watch from that game. Pitching wise, Carlos. I'm probably gonna butcher half these friggin' names, but we'll give it a shot. It won't let me zoom in. Carlos LaGrange, I think is how you say that. Cam Schlitter, that guy that called from our first game against Detroit in our streaming debut.
Mm-hmm.
I already read the infielders. I'm gonna do that again. The outfielders, obviously, Spencer Jones is the big name to watch, but there's some others. Jared Wagner, one I'm interested in. Jackson Castillo, Brendan Jones, who's probably gonna end up being the 4th infielder. Knowing way they got that roster set up. If Stroman comes back out for a 3rd inning, the catchers. I'm shocked J.C. Escara wasn't a part of this, but it's Rafael Flores, Edglin Perez, and Jesus Rodriguez. Rodriguez and Flores are obviously the 2 that I'm interested in, but we'll talk more about them when we get a little bit closer to the breakout, which is only 8 days away, by the way.
That is true.
Playing the Orioles.
Well, on commercial, I'll show you guys what my TV looks like.
You're in commercial. I just started the inning.
Or whatever. I mean, I don't know. I mean, let me see.
Jacob, I'll be honest, that's better than what the first tweet I just read was.
Yeah, I think CP got it wrong.
I'd say, Luca, you might want to take off the game day thing for like a quick second so we can see it better.
Sure, no problem. Give me 1 second because my camera's screwed around.
Oh, never mind. I read that wrong.
All right.
Fellas, it's called spring training for a reason.
That is true.
Especially with technology.
That's right. That's right.
Just going to move this for a sec.
Let's see. What does Luca's TV look like? Actually, let's make it even better.
All right, look.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Looks like the screen's broken.
Yeah, right? Like, look like somebody put a chair to your TV.
Yeah. What the hell? Bro.
Nice.
Now, hopefully I don't get called for copyright because
You
I'm
shouldn't,
not...
because
if you get called for copyright for that,
yeah,
we're in big trouble.
Yeah.
No other channel.
There was nothing.
Yeah, don't forget, Luca, you're putting both our channels at risk right now, so.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I'm going to get called for copyright for a screen of black.
For a screen of nothing.
Yes.
That's right. Let's see.
So, still in the top of the third. No outs yet. 3-2 count on Tarota. Keep in mind soon for the Pinstripes and Pile Drivers podcast viewers. Me and Vinny will be working on soon. We will have a schedule out for our April streams.
Are we concerned? Are we concerned that Stroman hasn't touched 90? He's not averaging 90 on his fastball at all.
I haven't noticed, but
if that's the case, that's a bit problematic.
I'm looking at it right now. 89.6, and 87.9 and 86 miles an hour.
Well, he just hit 90 on that fastball for the strikeout.
Well, yeah, but I mean his averages aren't in the. I mean, okay, so
what is he throwing?
Up to 89 point. So he's throwing.
Is he mostly just throwing sinkers and changeups? And because if that's the case, then that's understandable.
He's thrown 13 sinkers so far, and he's thrown other pitches too. Hold on.
Well, so he's up to 38 pitches. He just threw a slurve there. He has not used his fastball much. I noticed that.
Oh yeah, he's thrown 4 slurves, 4 sliders, 4 slurves, and 4 curveballs.
All right, I don't know. That would worry just yet.
But I mean, he's thrown 12 fastballs.
It makes you wonder if he's trying to work on that. Maybe that was his goal for tonight was.
I think he's trying to work on the off speed stuff.
Yeah.
I don't think because he's not pumping up the. I mean, he hasn't. According to Savant, he's not touching. I mean, he's not averaging 90 on his fastball.
Another off speeder. That was a cutter.
Cutter at 90, right?
I thank everybody for tuning in on a beautiful Friday.
Absolutely. What count you guys got? I'm just curious. What
2-2.
count? 2-2? Okay.
I got it. 2-2.
I'm at 1 and 2.
Okay.
All right, so he's a pitch behind. Ground ball to second. Fires the first 2 away.
Looks like me and Sean are on the same.
Yeah, me and you were, because I'm watching on Fubo. You said you're watching on MLB.
I'm on MLB TV. Yeah.
Luca, whenever you want to, I know this is your stream, obviously. When you're ready to take the,
Yeah.
Yeah, my only option right now is Gotham Sports, if I'm being completely honest.
Damn. Pitch just upstairs. Bar shows up the back. I think he's the only regular for Toronto tonight. Toronto did not send their guys. Probably rightfully so. I'm pretty sure they got a day game tomorrow, so they probably weren't planning on sending too many, especially with a division game. Toronto plays. Yeah, they got a split squad tomorrow, so okay. That explains that a little better. They got a split squad at Philly and home versus Detroit.
I can't believe they're going to pay Gino 40 to 45 million though.
Yeah, that's funny.
That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money.
Quick update for any Mets fans in the chat. They're losing 3-1 top of the 5th. There is no broadcast for that game, so I'll try to pass along that score.
So they canceled the San Francisco-Cincinnati game and the Chicago, I don't care about that game, but the Chicago game?
Yeah, apparently it's raining out in Arizona, which is fitting considering NASCAR's out there this weekend. So, of course, it's going to rain in Arizona.
Yeah, because they canceled.
Yeah, it looks like every Cactus League game got canceled today, except for Guardians, Athletics.
Although Dodgers Mariners are still set to go at 8:40 tonight.
Well, of course, the Dodgers, they got to get their 10 minutes of fame.
I hope the Mariners kill them.
You know, this MLB social media.
I don't care if it is spring training.
You know, the MLB socials have primarily only shown the Dodgers and not much else?
Oh, yeah, they glazed the hell out of them.
I mean,
Got a glazed show, hey.
The Dodgers are the Dodgers.
And we enabled it. But
Best team. Well, I could say the best team money could buy, but I mean, we were that team probably
In the 90s.
in the
yeah, now
90s.
it's Heat.
Although I will say we had homegrown guys on that team.
Well, that's one thing I loved
I
about.
mean,
those teams
I guess that's what the Dodgers have, and Lux, and
I think that's what we loved about the
too.
Yankees though back then was it was a mixture of homegrown and
Exactly.
big names.
But there was a bigger. I think we had a bigger share of homegrown guys than we did than the Dodgers do. Oh,
Nice catch by Smith to end the inning. Go to the bottom of the third. Yankees still leading 2-1.
Yeah, Jacob says, look, remember it wasn't the Eastern Conference Finals. I think it was the Eastern Conference semis with the Knicks and the Heat, where it was like getting down to crunch time. I believe in like Game 6, and Mike T. I don't know what happened to Mike T. Oh yeah, I know what happened because Verizon had this stupid thing where like if you have too many shows that are on demand, not on demand, DVR'd, like in the middle of I'll be watching the Knicks game as I said, and a side screen will pop up that you have to delete one of those things from DVR or else you'll get pulled to that channel or another channel.
Yeah, it does that. Well, it used to do that with my cable.
By
too.
the way, Luca,
Yes.
What's his name's predictions are starting to come true. Kuiper.
Oh,
He said that the Raiders would get another quarterback and it wouldn't be. He said it was going to be Russell Wilson. He didn't realize it was going to be Geno Smith. But if that means there's and Jacob just mentioned the draft, does that? I hope we're not sitting there looking at number 7 and looking at Shedeur Sanders.
Not the year to take a quarterback.
Because I would.
I think Shedeur wants to be in New York anyway.
I'd kind of pass on him. Sorry.
Not the year for a quarterback.
I'd pass on Shedeur.
I don't think he wants to be in New York anyway.
No, well, I mean that's okay because I really don't want him. I don't want all the stuff that comes with him. Namely his dad. So.
Some say he does have a bit of an ego, and obviously for obvious reasons.
Bit?
Well, yeah, of course.
A bit?
He was raised by one of the biggest egos in the NFL.
Jacob, I do not want Jackson Dart. Jackson Dart at 7 would be Jackson Dart at 7 would be terrible. A, B.
Oh no, we wouldn't take Jackson Dart at 7. No.
Don't be surprised. I'm not gonna say don't be surprised because there's been smoke about the Jets' interest in him. A, B.
Get McCord later in the. Get McCord later in the draft.
Yeah, that's true. You're
I'll
absolutely right.
I'll take McCord.
Yeah, and the thing is, Dart did not play in a pro-style system.
Right. Well, why reach for a quarterback at 7?
Yeah,
I wouldn't do
sense.
that. I wouldn't do that. I would not.
Wells back up to bat.
Otherwise, I'm pioneering the Jameis to the Jets campaign.
Jameis.
Jameis.
Hey, at least you get some comedy at the football field. He's entertaining to watch. I think he's hilarious, even for a Cleveland clown. At least then, Luca, you'd have a quarterback that can beat us when we go to MetLife next year.
Famous Jameis.
I'm gonna laugh so hard if we beat you next year. I will.
I'm honestly predicting.
I will laugh so hard.
You realize it's gonna happen, right?
I'm gonna get it.
No, but see, you're doing the Jedi mind trick thing where you're like you're gonna beat us, but then you're just saying out loud that.
Okay, Luca, you've known me a very long time, Luca. What's my biggest complaint about the Steelers?
They play down to the competition.
Thank you very much. I rest my case.
Did they play down to us last year? No, they beat us. You guys
actually, yes, we did for the first half. Remember
the first half.
Okay.
And then the Jets got their doors blown
off. You gotta remember the Jets have done that to us a couple times. Remember
2014?
I was just about to say, who remembers 2014?
I do remember.
And who remembers 2021?
2019.
Yes, so I rest my case.
Oh, was it 20? Oh, that's right. It was 2019.
Yeah,
That's right.
the game
Duck
when
Hodges.
TJ Watt infamous
Nice
nice base
shot.
hit for Wells, 2 for 2 on the day.
Way to go, Wellesley.
Yeah, who remembers 2019, the infamous game when TJ Watt punched Sam Darnold and his children? You get what I'm referring to.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So the MVP comes up to bat. Aaron Judge.
So no, I oppose Jackson Dart at all levels, but I'm gonna be dragged to that stadium next year, and I really don't want.
Yeah,
it. Unless
Go
I'm
ahead,
just saying-
Luca.
I was gonna say unless they're an actual winning team out of surprise, like they start like 5-2 or some shit, and like the coaching is actually making an impact, which I don't believe will happen. Not because I'm cynical. It's just like there's so many aspects to it.
See, me and you're gonna have so much fun, Luca, because I'm of the irk that I think that the coaching is not going to be the problem this year.
I think it'll be talent. I think
yeah.
I think they're going to use this as an evaluation year, but unless they actually look like a competent team, I don't want to play at Life Stadium. If you want my honest opinion.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, the deal is now keep in mind my Steelers are never on this side of the damn country. They're always where they're at or out west. So the Steelers being in New York for the first time since 2020, I am dragging Luca to that stadium unless the game is taking place on Christmas Day or something, or Thanksgiving or something like that, and that's going to be
we got to see when the schedule comes out, though.
Yeah, which unfortunately, I hate the fact that we have to wait until friggin' May.
It's not going to be it won't be a primetime game because
no,
not unless they put it on.
They had us.
Monday night.
They had us on so many primetime games last 2 years. Where forget it. They're never going to. I think we'd be lucky if we get. We'd be lucky if we get one. Well, we're going to get.
You're required one. That's
well, we're going to get the one. We're not going to get any more than that.
Well,
I'd love to see.
Knowing our luck, it'll be a Monday night game.
Oh. Well, we're guaranteed a Thursday.
No, it'll be a Monday. Calling in now.
I'd love to see if I don't know, Vinny, who you prefer, but Jameis. Maybe the Steelers keep Justin Fields. We have Jameis versus Justin Fields at MetLife.
I have to ask a question to the both of you. Now, Luca, you saw it already, but for all those who watch or listen to WFAN, Keith McPherson had an interesting take.
Oh, boy.
He says he would rather have Daniel Jones than Justin Fields for the fact that Daniel Jones won a playoff game. Am I the only one who thinks he is crazy?
Yeah.
I
don't want Daniel Jones nowhere near MetLife Stadium. Period.
Unless he's
unless it's against us.
Yes. Six of the same.
Cody Bellinger.
There you go, Cody. Cody's swinging a good bat this spring.
Oh, he just got thrown out of second.
Although I would say I just said that. Way to go, Cody. Way to make me look bad. Way to make me look bad.
Stop talking. I have to tell you we're gonna kick him out.
No, I'm not kicking him out.
God.
I mean, it was a good shot.
Vinny has been a jinx. We got to see.
I have that. I know.
I got to get Vinny and Alex. We got to get them. They're the two best with the engineering to clip every Vinny jinx.
Well, okay, so I didn't realize the ball was going to kick off right to the guy.
Yeah, but come on, he should not have been going to second in the first.
No, place. He should have definitely been watching where the ball was. But
back to a Daniel Jones and Justin Fields. They're kind of like six of the same, half dozen of the other. Both are running quarterbacks. Although I don't know, Justin Fields with me, like if somebody actually finally figures him out, he has more upside.
I was just going to say he has more upside than Daniel Jones. That's what
I would prefer Justin Fields.
I think anyone would. I can't imagine anybody that would think Daniel Jones.
Maybe if Daniel Jones gets in the right situation like Darnold did, maybe.
I mean, then again, he is still.
But our situation, there's no way he would thrive in our situation.
No.
Brand new offensive coordinator
in the stadium.
Brand new head coach.
In the last.
Yeah.
How many years?
I don't think that.
Goldschmidt grounds out the inning, no runs scored.
Goldschmidt,
just shave your head. You look worse than Cena.
Yeah, I know.
God, that bald spot is.
But
miserable.
at least he doesn't like comb it over like Cena does.
Well, that's true.
We probably shouldn't talk bad about Cena since he followed us on.
Yeah, that is true. Thank you, John Cena, for following us. I mean, he always has had that.
It was probably one of his
it
was probably one of his people, but who knows?
But
we
still,
probably talked about him way too much.
Well, unless he saw a reaction, the video I posted with
I think he did.
But he's also a Red Sox fan, so if there's going to be a channel or a page he's going to definitely come mad at, it's going to be us. But again, thank you, John Cena, for the follow.
Yeah. And by the way, I did. I got a message. I got a message back from Isla Dawn. She said that she's busy. She's got shoots and stuff. So she said she'd get back to us. She wanted to see some of our work. I gave her the YouTube page, and yeah. So
thank you also, Isla Dawn, for the follow.
Isla Dawn.
So we got a couple wrestlers hitting us up, which we appreciate that. SmackDown is also tonight.
First. Yeah, I'm afraid.
Looks like a good show.
Well, I guess
I'm looking forward to Monday Raw at the
Tribal. Yeah, your boy, the Tribal Chief's going to be on there.
Yes. Oh, I think he's going to do like what he did with the Bloodline when he walked in the steel cage and he slams the door shut.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait for that.
Yeah.
But maybe a little bonus stream? Question mark. Think about that. It is in New York, so we'd be,
It is in New York for
sure. I would like to have been there, but
Well, yeah.
I have grown-up responsibilities, unfortunately.
Yeah, we all do. So it's okay. It's okay.
That's all right. Well, we'll live. We're working towards not having those grown-up responsibilities some days. Me and Luca were talking about before the stream.
Yeah.
There you go.
By the way, new pitcher, by the way, is Jeff Hartlieb. What did y'all think of the Yankee fans clowning Juan Soto last night? I don't know if you saw what happened in that game, but Soto messed up another fly ball and completely misread it.
Yeah, he misjudged it.
I don't know if you saw that, Vinny.
I didn't.
I was like...
I laughed because I watched it live. I started laughing. I actually think what's funny is it's not even Yankee fans really that's calling him out, as more as just people like baseball fans for like, oh, you spent $765 million for this?
But like...
Or 85, whatever it was.
Was his defense ever great? I mean, he has
no.
got a great...
No, his defense has never been great. No.
Well, you know what's funny is I think it was Keith that said on that broadcast, well, we don't really care as long as he continues to rake. I said, watch that bite him in the ass come playoff time.
No, he's going to be a high-priced designated hitter by the time that contract's up. So.
Oh, I think so, too. Yeah. So Stroman's night is done. Just 3 innings, which really ain't a bad outing. Only gave up 1 run. I'm getting his official numbers up now. If my internet would cooperate with me, that would be fantastic. So Stroman's night, 3 innings, 2 hits, 1 run, 1 earned. No walks, 2 strikeouts, gave up the 1 home run. So I guess minus the home run, you'd say you had a pretty solid. I'd say you had a pretty solid night. So,
I mean, it didn't seem like he was. Like I said, he wasn't throwing really hard.
No, right. He was working on his off speed tonight.
Yeah, it looked like his off speeds were.
But definitely a little bit better. If with that kind of an outing, if you're just throwing mostly off speeds, I'd say that's actually pretty solid outing.
Yep.
So we'll take it from there. Jeff Hartlieb in now. Obviously, wouldn't expect him on the big league roster, but nice play by Goldschmidt for out number 1 or 2, excuse me.
And by the way, there's not a lot of
5 pitches. By the way,
there's not a lot of pitching out there. By the way, if anybody has,
don't get your hopes up if more people.
Jordan Lyles.
I still want to see Will Warren out there.
I'm talking about like free agents.
No, I know. I'm just saying. I think we need to give Will Warren more of a chance. He has looked solid this spring.
Yeah, I think we're done picking up guys. Unless
they trade Stroman, which I don't think is an option anymore.
Unless they want to pick up JD.
I'm good.
You might have to pick up.
You don't want JD. You don't want JD in the middle of the lineup for Stanton. It's not like he's. Matter of fact, I think he might be a better fielder than Stanton at this point.
Well, because they won't be able to field anymore.
You might even be able to put him somewhere.
I think the thing with JD is I think he's mostly a DH nowadays. But
I mean, I'm just saying.
It's either him or Dominic Smith.
Yeah, yeah.
Unless you're doing Dominic
Well,
Smith.
from what I
left.
read, and I hope it's not true,
Right.
apparently that according to one source, they want Ben Rice to be their DH. Which, if that's the case, then yeah, go get JD, please.
Yeah, yeah. I think.
I mean, I like Ben Rice. I I think there's a lot of upside to him, but
Well, John Boy
let's
was talking
not.
about John Boy was talking about Ben Rice being
Mm.
one of the guys that would be there. So,
Yeah, I would stay away right now. If you really wanted to ask me who should be DHing right now, I'd say put Dominguez there until he can figure out this left field problem.
yeah.
1-2 count from Hartlieb is a pop fly in the shallow right. Judge is under it to end.
You
the
think
inning.
you think every time a fly ball goes to Judge, you think he thinks about that World Series?
No, I think Yankee fans think about it.
Mm.
Judge
I
probably
think that's
thought about
probably
that.
why I was just thinking it. So I think that's
Yeah, so
probably why.
yeah, I might be right about that one. No, somebody brought up an interesting question though. I've seen it. I've seen it in a couple different places. What do you think? Come opening day, if they play on time, because the weather,
Yeah.
But opening day is 20 days away. When Aaron Judge steps up to bat, what is the ovation like?
Oh, I think he's going to get cheers.
Do you
I'll
think
get cheers. He's
it's
gonna
not
get
as loud though as it normally would be because of
Mm.
what happened? See, I'm gonna fully root for him because
Well, every
I
Yankee
don't
fan's
think
going to
I
I
don't.
don't
I
think
don't.
Judge is the sole reason for everything that
No,
went
then
wrong.
and that's why. Like if he was the reason why we like, if it was like the ninth inning
If it was like a Luis
and he
Castillo
drops the ball,
situation,
yeah. I mean, if
different
it's like,
story.
yeah, but I don't know.
Was
I
he the
don't.
sole? Was he the sole reason we lost the World Series? No, but was he a big part of it? Yes, because he didn't come up in the big moments. I'm sorry, but again, I'm gonna still cheer for him, obviously. But right now, maybe Vinny can agree with my comparison. He's A-Rod before the 2009 postseason. Yankee A-Rod before 2009 postseason because
Yeah,
A-Rod
I
struggled in
agree.
the playoffs. He
I
won,
agree.
I believe, 2 MVPs before 2009. Kind of similar.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Although I will say that 2004 he got out to a pretty good start.
Yeah.
yes, he did.
The 2004 series, like before we just collapsed. By the way,
That
which
thing that didn't happen.
that was the worst moment of my life.
I'm glad I was.
I was even worse than last year. By
I
the
wasn't
way,
even 2 years old.
I was
yet,
even
so.
I was even worse than last year.
Yeah, of
watching
course,
that.
choking a 3-0 lead.
Because you're watching it unravel and you can't stop it. You're like,
Yeah. Well, that's kind of how the fifth inning felt, but that's
yeah,
worse
but
because
I'm
it
talking
lasts
about
longer.
I'm talking about over a 4 games.
Yeah, over
four
the span of
games.
like 5 days, 6
Yeah,
days,
you're just
whatever.
like you're waiting for them to just like start going and going, and
So,
all of a sudden
okay,
it doesn't happen.
I'm gonna bring up a question. I saw this on TikTok the other day. I'll ask the both of you. What hurts more? Okay, I'm gonna keep it amongst the 4 major sports.
Okay.
What hurts more? Watching a baseball collapse, a football collapse, a basketball collapse, or a hockey collapse? Now they all agreed baseball because it just happens all of a sudden. Like you could be up 4-2 in the ninth, and then all of a sudden you just watch it slowly unravel. Whereas the other sports, football probably is the next closest where it kind of slowly unravels.
Are we talking over a series or over?
No, over one game, like a game 7 situation.
Oh, okay. So
What
if it's
hurt?
game
What's
7
gonna hurt
already.
the most? I still say baseball.
I guess I don't know, man. It's gonna.
I don't know either. I'll be honest.
Because it's
Well,
gonna
so let's
depend.
break it
Like,
down. Let's break it down. Like I said, baseball.
yeah, but it
gonna
depends
happen-
on who you're a fan of too. I think.
Well, for the losing team, though, I'm talking
Because
about.
if it's but if it's the Jets and they made it to the Super Bowl and
We're
they're
looking
like
at this too deeply.
they're 2 minutes away from winning the game, and they give up some kind of Hail Mary or something, I'm going to be devastated.
You're gonna be devastated. If the
Devastated
Yankees
way
were up
more.
5-0
Devastated way
at
more.
one point, and
You
give
know
it up
why?
10 minutes
You know
later.
why? You know why? Because I've already seen 5 or 6 World Series. I haven't seen a Jets Super Bowl.
You haven't even seen him
Luca?
made the Super Bowl.
I haven't even seen him make a Super
Well,
Bowl.
I knew someone who did, but
Based off general, not even
General?
just excluding teams.
Yeah.
well, like I said, let me break it down for you. You got baseball where it's going to be a slow and painful collapse that you just can't stop. Football kind of the same thing where if you got a lead and they keep chipping away. and then all of a sudden they just hit that shot to end it. I still think hockey, it comes out of nowhere. Basketball, I don't know, I guess kind of the same. I don't know. I just think baseball. Once you hear that, like look at Freddie Freeman's home run. You hear the crack of the bat, you know it's over, and you can't even like react to it. You just sit there and watch like fucking Highlander. I say baseball. I think baseball is just.
Well, take it from a San Antonio Spurs fan. Let's go back to 2012, 2013. The Spurs, I think it was game 6, if I'm remembering correctly. They were 6 seconds away from winning the finals. LeBron James pulls up for 3, misses the shot. Rebound by Chris Bosh, goes out to Allen in corner 3. He knocks it down. Then that momentum takes basically Miami to win the entire thing. So it's like I agree with you in terms of the slow claps, but one moment can like just devastate you and like destroy the momentum. And that's what happened. They missed the game-winning. They missed the shot to go to overtime. They would lose in Game 7. Eventually, they won the finals next year. But still, I kind of get where you. I think baseball. Baseball probably, because you could say 2001 Game 7 was a collapse because it just kept getting worse and worse and worse.
Right.
04, obviously, just a 4-game disaster.
04 was terrible. That was terrible.
It's even worse if you knew a Red Sox fan.
95 was bad too against the Mariners. That was terrible.
I was gonna say that had to be horrible for you. You lived in Washington.
Well, I had moved to Washington after that series.
Oh, okay.
They were up 2-0.
Yeah,
and then
they were up 2-0.
Game 5.
And do you know how they went up 2-0 though?
It was.
They were
in Game 2.
Yep, and Mattingly had hit a home run in one of those games.
Game
Leyritz hit a game winner. Was it Leyritz or I think it was?
It was Leyritz who hit the game-winning home run in Game 2.
Game 2,
right? Like 15 innings, I think it was.
Right. And that was the same game. I think Mattingly hit his home run.
Yeah.
So it's I don't know. 95 was bad too. Going back to Seattle and Blackjack McDowell, I'll never forget him.
3-1 to Dom Smith is going to be a infield pop out way up there. He just made the catch. That hung up there for about a good 3-4 seconds. That was a major league pop fly.
Yes.
One team that I really felt good about, but one moment I think destroyed their momentum was the 2012 Yankees. Once Jeter broke his ankle, I'm like, we're screwed.
Yes, I remember that. That was the first ever series, ever time watching the playoffs, because I was still only like 8 or 9. I wasn't watching sports just yet. Well, I was watching NASCAR, but that's different. Yeah, that was painful.
Yeah.
Okay, so I forgot the right way to ask this. So obviously we just covered baseball. I'll ask you two then, since we're on the topic of collapses and we're turning this into a therapy session. Most painful football collapse. I'll let you two go first since you're Jet fans.
Oh, this has to do with the Jets, obviously. Oh, boy. I'll let Vinny go first.
Oh, man.
I was going to say, I think for you it would have been 2015.
I would say the 1990, the AFC Championship against the Denver Broncos.
They were up 10 something at the half.
Well, and we were so good on defense that game. There was no way. And then Aaron Glenn's right. That ball went in the air for that kickoff, and then after that, the ball like just stopped, and it just like. I don't know. Gave him great field position, and then Terrell Davis just went off in that game.
I want to tell you both a brief story. Luca knows the story because my dad told it to him. But my dad was telling me, obviously he was a Steelers fan, but he went to this Jets game as a Jets fan. Why? Because they were playing, of course, New England. So him and his buddies had gotten tickets this one night. It was a Monday night game. I don't know when it was. 90. I never asked for an exact date because it never came to my mind. He was telling me the story. Him and his buddies went to this Jets game against the Patriots. They were all Jet fans. He went as a Jet fan just to root against New England. and New England was killing them, right? Near blowout level. So his friends all wanted to leave. My dad, Luca, you knew my dad also. We were people that did not leave a game early no matter what. And I kind of gave you guys that little instinct, even when we watched our team lose 19-5, talking about the Yankees.
Right.
Never leave early. And why is that, you ask? Because, well, crazier things can happen.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what ended up happening when he left with his friends? The New York Jets came back and won that game. And my dad wanted to kill every single one of them.
It was like the people that were leaving the Monday Night Miracle. You could see the literal, all the red light, and they were all trying to come back to the stadium against the Dolphins. I remember I was living in Washington when that game was on. And I remember seeing everybody's going home, must be over. Because it was because they were getting crushed. And then all of a sudden, Jumbo Elliott.
I used another example like that was obviously it was a comeback.
One of the greatest comebacks we've ever had.
The one comeback that came short, but I noticed if you ever rewatch it, that Dolphins-Steelers game in 2014 when AB had the return touchdown called back because he stepped out of bounds, the stadium was empty. Granted, it was a snow game. I think everybody in Pittsburgh, they were over it, but that was another situation where everybody left and they almost missed a crazy miracle. But Luca, what about you? Your worst memory as a Jet fan with a collapse?
Well, I mean, 2015 has to be one of those that takes the cake.
Because you're friends with me, that just made it more painful.
Oh yeah, I got completely mocked the next day in school.
RBI single for V-Bus, 3-1 Yankees. Yeah, Vinny, I don't know if I told you this.
The Bills game, right?
Yep.
We win, we're in, right?
Yep, and instead you let us in. Yeah, I'll tell you this, Vinny, and Luca will back me up. I was a horrible person when it came to being a sports fan because
he's toxic.
I was a toxic piece of you-know-what. If my team won, I made sure you knew it type.
And that's different now because...
It's different now because I got humbled 3 different times the next year.
Okay, well, that's a good thing.
So the first one was Steelers were playing the Eagles, and I went in completely confident that the Steelers were going to crush the Eagles.
This was 2016?
Yes. Luca, what ended up being the final score of that Eagles-Steelers game?
30-something to 3, I think.
34-3, the Eagles killed us. That was number 1, stolen base by Vivas. Number 2 was Steelers-Cowboys. I think we all remember that Steelers-Cowboys, the Zeke game. I went in talking a lot of smack, only for Zeke to run it in with 14 seconds left to win it. And then the killer was the 2016 AFC Championship.
Oh my God, you guys got obliterated.
Steelers got shit on by the Patriots again.
I think he might be...
There's no challenge.
That was close. I know, but that was close. Well, his hand, I just wanted to see if his hand was up.
Yeah, that last angle was a good angle to show that he was...
Because was his hand up when he got tagged or not?
Yeah, I'm about to see this replay.
Velasquez is up to the plate. It's second and third, 1 out. But yeah, long story short, those 3 games humbled me to never talk shit before a game. Doesn't matter who they play.
You thought he was safe, right? I think his hand was up. His hand wasn't down on the bag.
Oh, I thought his left hand was on the bag. That was just from my view.
Oh, okay.
The angles never really showed anything otherwise, but
the thing was with 2015, I was literally in my grandpa's basement watching Ryan Fitzpatrick throw that touchdown pass to Eric Decker. I couldn't be more excited. I wasn't jumping around excited. I was it was the internal excitement. I'm like, oh my God, we just got to win one more game. Then we go to the playoffs. And
it was against Rex.
Yes. My grandpa was driving us home to Pennsylvania. And there was no streaming. I don't think I even had a phone at the time. I could be wrong. I go home to check the score. We fucking lose.
Me and my dad, we were just going off of, because obviously in Pennsylvania we had the Steelers game on CBS, so we were just getting the updates from what's it called, the CBS studios, and every time when Buffalo just jumped ahead, we were just celebrating. I remember it. I don't think we had phones yet, though, Luca, because I don't remember texting you when it happened.
No.
I think either we spoke about it on Skype or the next day in school. I know I berated you.
Yeah, you berated my ass.
Probably the only time Sean ever rooted for Rex Ryan.
Yeah,
Yes.
literally the only time.
Because he was
As Velasquez
the Ravens defensive coordinator and the Jets head coach.
Yes.
But may I also add, this wasn't just a game collapse. This was a season collapse. The 2022 Jets, 7-4.
They had every chance to basically get
exactly.
in.
I went to the Jackson. Well, I went to a few games that year. Actually, I went to the Patriots game where they lost at home, which they should have won. Not because of, not only because of Zach Wilson, but that stupid roughing the passer call, which I think completely turned the momentum, which would have been a Michael Carter pick 6.
Right.
So I went to that game. I went to the Bears game where it was Trevor Siemian versus Mike White, the battle of the backup quarterbacks. Mike White ended up winning it. Mike White ended up winning in the rain. I went to the Jacksonville game, which was also in the rain. But just
I remember
that game was terrible.
Oh,
and Lucas sat through that whole thing.
I watched that on TV. I couldn't watch the rest of that game.
Yeah, Luca was there in person for the whole thing. I remember texting him. Luca's like, I hate it here.
I mean, I respected you before, Luca, but I respect you a lot more now.
Yeah. Yeah, in terms of a season, 2022 has to be the one because of just the Vikings game they should have won. The Lions game they should have won because obviously the Brock Wright touchdown, which came out of nowhere on a 4th down nonetheless. And also Salah not using his timeouts like an idiot. Vikings game we should have won. Lions game should have won. Bills game they should have won because Zonovan Knight fumbled at the goal line. And we were playing in Buffalo with Mike White's broken ribs. Seattle was just not even competitive. I was just watching that team. When Kenneth Walker ran like something like 60 yards, I'm like, you know what? That's the game.
Yeah, I remember I was listening to ESPN New York at work. I was working during that game, but I was listening to it. I all I could think about, my dad kept texting me. He's like, bro, this is hilarious. As we were watching the Jets choke.
Yeah.
My dad was having a blast with that.
And I was like so pissed after the game. I was like, the one time I had hope.
Biggest mistake. Anyway, I'm going to step away for like 2 minutes. I'll be right back.
Gotcha.
All right. Gotcha.
Reminder, guys, real quick, if you haven't already, hit that like button here on the Big Blue Bronx channel. Also subscribe as well. Also subscribe and hit the like button for the Pinstripes and Pile Drivers podcast, as well as Vinny and Sean. Not only cover the Yankees, they also cover wrestling and the best of it. So please hit that subscribe button. I'm pretty sure their link should be in description. So that's going to be a lot of fun. Obviously, Sean and Vinny will also be live for the spring breakout. Don't know if we'll see another WWE episode out. Sean and Vinny will be sure to update us. Obviously, Vinny can speak on that. But a lot more content coming from both channels. Obviously, also as well. I believe it's tomorrow night, actually, the Yankees. My brother will be hosting, Big One in the Bronx will be hosting a Giants offseason show. So, preview at that because the Giants are very, very desperate. And they might end up with Aaron Rodgers.
They may. That ship has not sailed.
That's the funniest thing because my brother does not want Aaron Rodgers. He wants to draft a quarterback.
I know. He told me the last stream we did he didn't want.
Yeah, and this is basically the regime's attempt to save their own job. Because they're so desperate because they didn't draft a quarterback the year before. They obviously stuck with Daniel Jones too long. They obviously won 3 games last year. And their desperation attempt would be Aaron. Imagine if Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams just go to the Giants. That would be hilarious.
That would be crazy. That would be crazy. I wouldn't put like Kirk Cousins past them either.
No, not that either. Apparently, Kirk Cousins wants out, but the Falcons don't want to release him or anything like that.
I think they got to give Penix that job though.
I think so too.
They got to see what they saw a little bit of what they had in him. So.
Yeah,
he played well. He
did play well. He was like he got them close to a playoff spot. Unfortunately, luck didn't pan out. But
right. So,
but there are Jet fans on Twitter who are the more pessimistic ones to say, you know what, it's our luck that Aaron Rodgers is going to be making the playoffs with the Giants. I'm like, are you kidding me? You look at the Giants roster, not even close.
No, they need to. They need way too much. They need way too much. We had a better
Right,
roster.
because they're gonna
than-
get
matter of fact-
Aaron Rodgers. So
Yeah, but we had a better roster than with Rodgers coming over than they do now. I mean, I don't know. We have. I mean, I don't know. Their defense is pretty good, isn't it? Still, the Giants.
They need some
They
pieces.
didn't let go. They didn't let go of a lot of guys.
Yeah. I mean, Thibodeau's an underachiever. They need a second corner. They need. I think their safety room is intact. It's just like they don't. I mean, they also have Drew Phillips, who's a good corner as well. I mean, as I said, they're going to apparently attack corner on day one of free agency.
Right.
Might need like a linebacker, but their scheme's also not good defensively. So they're the soft zone scheme, 3-4.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
the new pitcher for the Yankees is Razelman. The top of the fifth, Yankees lead 3-1.
Legal tampering starts Monday.
Yes, that's going to be interesting. I think it's at 12 o'clock, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, 12.
I'll be in class, and then I'm gonna have to sit through a presentation. Then I'll be just on my computer, like scrolling and refreshing my page.
I'll be looking at it from the gym.
Yeah.
By the way, the Oakland A's just unveiled their Las Vegas patch.
They're not Oakland anymore.
Well, that
Vegas.
was a joke.
Well,
they're not even Vegas anymore.
No, they're nothing. They're just the Athletics.
They're the Athletics.
But yeah, they just put they just added the Vegas patch to their sleeve.
The Athletics.
John Fisher.
The Athletics.
Did you see they posted the renderings to the new stadium down there? I still want to see the financial plan. I think everyone else does too.
It's right where the old Tropicana was, isn't it?
Yeah, they knocked that down.
Yeah, but they still, again, there's no financial plan or record anywhere.
Well,
that falls through.
They better get on that.
I was gonna say, if that falls through, then what the hell do they do?
Play in Sacramento for another season or 2 or 3.
It's not even their stadium. That's the best part. That's a minor league stadium. They did the River Cats, which are the Giants AAA team, by the way, could just say no, get out. You're taking too long.
Exactly.
Well, how long is Tampa going to have to play at Steinbrenner Field?
Just this season.
Just one season?
As of now, it's just this season.
Because that stadium is. I don't even think they're gonna.
I don't understand why they're putting.
Stadium?
I don't understand why they're putting their resources into Steinbrenner Field. In the Tropicana Field, when they could just use that same money. It costs more to rebuild Tropicana, or renovate it, than it would be to just build a new stadium. But the problem is St. Petersburg won't let go of the Rays.
Yeah, the way I looked at that stadium when that hurricane happened, that stadium
it was terrible.
And
it's sad because actually it was supposed to be a shelter for first responders.
Yep. Yeah. It's such a crap stadium, Like, I think there are Rays fans down there. I fully believe, but I think some of them just don't want to go to that dilapidated stadium.
You look at, it's not even just the stadium; it's the location. For example, I'm quoting Utri here. See? Nice play by Wells. Not in time. Ooh.
Not in time.
There's no challenges here, so
looked like the umpire told them just barely.
Yeah. Well, again, there's no challenges until they get to the big league stadiums, which ain't for another 2 weeks. So, what I was saying before is, and Luca, I'm sure you saw the video too from Utri.
I probably did.
If you look at, I think he is out, and he came off the bag too.
Yeah, he did.
I'm going to see the replay right now. I thought he was out just by the initial look.
That's going to be a deep fly, center field, and one hops the wall. That'll bring in one. It's 3-2 Yankees. But anyway, let me try to get back to my point. Is you look at where, like, let's say you're a Rays fan, you work in downtown Tampa Bay. your fastest route is still a 45-minute drive. No matter which, there's like 3 different ways, 3 different bridges you could take to get to St. Petersburg. Your shortest commute is 45 minutes. And if you want to take public transit, forget it. You're going to be sitting on buses and whatnot for 2.5 to 3 hours. What person who lives in Tampa is going to do that on a daily basis? No one.
No, listen, I agree. Some people will bring up, oh, well, for other examples, the Giants don't play in not Giants. What am I freaking talking about? The Niners don't play in San Francisco. They play in Santa Clara.
That's football, though.
No, I know. I'm just saying, like, for relative location, just in terms of teams and stuff. But I completely agree. I think the location is a sham. This just play in Tampa. The Buccaneers play in Tampa. The Lightning play in Tampa.
The Yankees, who have a nicer stadium that holds
exactly.
only 8,000 people.
Even if it's a minor league facility, it's a better stadium. Like, it's been like
your only downside to Steinbrenner is the weather.
Exactly, of course, but then that's why you have the dome. But again, the problem is the stadium's been around for, was it 98? They started it as a team, so we're talking 27 years.
Yeah, but fun fact though, Tropicana Field wasn't meant for baseball. They just built that arena like 5 years prior and had no use for it until the Rays moved in.
Exactly.
So that stadium is older than the Rays.
Just like Olympic Stadium was not meant to be for the Expos.
Exactly.
Meanwhile, that was dilapidated. Go watch UT's.
Which that's why I laugh when people keep saying, "Oh, bring the Expos back, bring the Expos back." Are you really going to have them play at Olympic Stadium again?
Is the Olympic Stadium
they would have
around?
To. No, I don't.
No, it's still there because remember the Blue Jays.
There?
Yeah, because remember before 2020, the Blue Jays were playing spring training games there.
They wouldn't be able to play there.
No, they couldn't. Exhibition games, fine, that's one thing, but you can't play there regularly. That would be miserable.
Apparently, they did some repairs for the entire Olympic Park, but I'd like to see where that goes because that stadium is it's not old as hell as like some other stadiums, but it's not. It was never in good condition.
Well, the players don't even want to play in Toronto because of the because every time they go back and forth, they gotta clear customs,
passports. Like who wants to do that?
Pain in the butt. Like why would I wouldn't want to do that if I'm a player.
No.
And that always raises the question with the Tampa Bay thing. Like, obviously, outside of Tampa, let's just say, the Rays don't want to move to Tampa, like actual Tampa. Like, where would they move to?
Well, that's where the conversation starts with Nashville and Portland and Montreal. And like you said, Luca, Rays fans do exist. It's just a matter of they're in such a out of place spot where there's nowhere near Tampa.
The Rays are. I think they're done in Tampa anyway. I don't think they're going to stay down there too much longer.
I'm just curious as to where they're going to move to.
I would love to see the Mariners have like a natural rival in Portland.
You know because
it would sell a lot of tickets up there.
I don't know if you, Vinny. I didn't know you yet, so I don't know if you know about this story. But do you remember, Luca, when I told you the story in the Staten Island Advance about the governor and the mayor of New York trying to get a third baseball team?
I had heard. I had heard about. I had even heard about that.
Do you remember the locations that they picked too?
Shoot.
It was Brooklyn.
Was Syracuse part of them?
Yeah, so it was either going to be Syracuse, Rochester, or Brooklyn. I'm sorry, but if you live in not just New York City, but if you live in upstate New York, you're either a Yankees, Mets, or Blue Jays fan. I don't think you're going to find any support for another team. But if you live in New York City, you're either a Yankees or a Mets fan. You're not going to gain. That's just going to be another Brooklyn Nets situation.
You brought up a great point, Sean, and I was on a job call yesterday for like an internship, I guess, ambassadorship, whatever you want to call it. So that most of the people are based in Canada from the whole entire, it was like a group call. And this proves our point, Viddy, and Sean, I'm sure you agree with this as well, even though you're not a Jet fan. The guy was like, "Oh, I'm a Bills fan, big Josh Allen fan." I think he lives in like Ontario or something like that. He's like, and then one guy was like, "Oh, basically, the Bills are Ontario's adopted football team." I'm like, "Exactly. Buffalo's a Canadian football team." Like, I didn't say that, but I was like, "Oh."
Well, if you remember, back in the early 2010s, they used to play one game a year in Toronto.
Yep, I
I
remember
don't
they
know if
played
you
the Jets
remember
in
that.
Well,
09.
there's a lot of people in northern New York though that root for the Bills, though. I mean,
Yes,
obviously,
and
there's
I'm sure that there's probably a lot of people at upstate New York that are still Toronto fans.
yeah.
But I'll never forget. You remember 2021 when the Yankees played the Blue Jays in Buffalo? That whole place was Yankee fans.
yeah,
I
I
thought
do.
that was so cool because there were probably so many Yankee fans in that area that wanted to see the Yankees, but probably don't want to travel 6-7 hours to NYC.
Exactly, that's a hike.
I thought that was pretty cool. But the problem with Buffalo is you'd have to build a dome. If you were to have a baseball team there, you have no choice.
Oh, 100%. Didn't they play a bit of games, a small amount of games? I could be wrong. Didn't they play a bit of games in Dunedin?
Yeah, so if you remember in early 2020 before or 2021, they had to get they didn't know what was going to happen, so they had to get the field major league ready.
Mm-hmm.
So they had to play the first month and a half in Dunedin.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, they definitely played in Dunedin. I remember that.
Yeah.
That. Yep.
But it was I thought it was cool when they played in Buffalo. Plus it felt like a more natural rivalry, but again, who's to say Buffalo would embrace? They already got a team too. They got the Bisons, which is the Blue Jays AAA affiliate.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, the idea of a third team in New York is cool, but it wouldn't work.
Just doesn't make any sense to me.
No, it wouldn't work. But hey, Buffalo fans, you never know. I mean, they're still putting each other through tables, so you know, they're a little loco.
Aren't they talking about moving the Jays down there?
What, to Florida?
Or were they moving? Weren't they talking about moving either the Jays? No, not the Jays, but they were thinking about moving the Bills to Toronto before they got their stadium.
Yeah, they were in talks about that in like 2012, but then once the Bills finalized staying in New York,
yeah, once they got the stadium,
they put it. The Rogers Center said, "All right, no more games for you." Because if, like I said, if you remember, early 2010s, they'd play a game a year in Toronto.
Yeah.
While they were in, I think that was their way of trying to get them to say, "Hey, come here."
The Blue Jays have a lot of with Rogers and everything. They've got a lot of money up there, man.
Oh, yeah.
They just don't want to spend it. That's the problem.
Well, the thing
why would you not re-sign your guy? Why would you go after Shohei? Why would you go after Soto and not re-sign the guy that you already have?
Yeah,
that's just stupidity to me.
I think the Blue Jays are at a point now where they need to blow it up and start over.
So here's the thing: if they would have gotten Shohei, what would they have done with Guerrero?
Well, you know for a fact though, you realize Major League Baseball, the last thing they wanted was Shohei to go to Canada.
No,
like, you imagine how Major League Baseball would have felt?
No, that was never going to be a thing. That was never.
No, it never was. I'm just saying.
But okay, so what if Soto would have went up there then? What would they have done with Guerrero? What did they do with Bo?
Well, I'm going to tell you this: Guerrero is not worth $600 million.
No, I totally understand that, but why not? Why would they go after these guys if they're not going to re-sign their own, like Bo Bichette, like Vlad Guerrero Jr.?
Trying to create their own sort of big three situation, and
they supposedly had a big three. They thought Kevin Biggio was going to be so great.
Yeah,
and I had been saying that he wasn't going to be that great because I didn't think he was going to be that great.
No,
you know, he just wasn't the same type of player that Guerrero and Bichette were.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
also,
I agree.
Because just because he's got the big name dad.
Yeah. Also, as well, the teams with Jose Bautista, Edwin Encarnacion, those teams had a higher ceiling. And that's why I think Sean's right about blowing it up. Because if you're not re-signing Vladdy, just blow it up.
No, they do need to blow it up. They do. But here's the other thing. Like, then why Soto? Then why even go after
I think
him?
that was a last-ditch
effort. Or did they? Or here's the thing: did they tell their fans that they were going after Soto?
No, I think it was just a last-ditch effort into trying to make themselves relevant again, and it failed miserably. They're trying so hard to recreate.
I just think the Blue Jays are just a mess right now.
Yeah, and that's why I said I think it's time to start over.
And I think Baltimore's getting there too, even though they've got those young players. They don't spend money.
No, they won't spend money because the one time that they did, it became the worst decision
Well, they
ever
needed to
made.
spend money on their starting staff, and look what's
Yes,
going on now.
I
Grayson
agree.
Rodriguez is probably out.
I think they still have
for-
PTSD from what happened with Chris Davis.
Well,
That's what I was
So,
referring to. I think because of
That
that
one
big
was-
mistake,
that was horrible.
that big mistake has got them afraid to spend.
That was probably. Was that before or after Adam Jones, or during?
That was just
Was that
after.
or before or after?
It was he was still with them, but he
Yeah.
didn't stay there for the whole contract.
Because I think because Buck was there after, right?
No, Buck was there for it. He
Okay.
he had left. What did he leave? 2016, 2017?
I think 2018 actually.
Was it? Oh, okay.
Yeah. I was so upset when the Mariners traded Adam Jones to the Orioles. I was like, literally trying to like get on every Seattle station to tell them that it was the biggest mistake they ever made.
Right. Yep.
I'm trying to think of who's in that. Who the Mariners traded?
That's a high fly ball on the right. That's off the wall. This is at least a tie game.
I don't remember who was in that trade, but I didn't
That
like
should
it.
have been a home
period.
run.
I remember. I think it was George Sherrill, Chris Tillman.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
And Cheryl never turned into anything.
oh,
Tillman didn't even know.
it was Eric Bedard.
Eric Bedard. Yeah, and he was
Oh.
crap. He
I
was
forgot about him.
crap.
He was injury riddled.
That was the worst trade that they ever made. Well, not the worst trade they ever made.
One of
the worst trades they ever made. Yeah, Bedard, Armand, you're right. Yep. That's you guys got it. Bedard. Totally forgot about him too.
Yeah, I think we all did.
I remember Jamie Moyer more than I remember Eric Bedard.
Yeah, Bedard was an Oriole. They traded Seattle. And the thing was around that
The
time,
worst trade.
obviously, you look at the history, and if you watch UT's videos, like he did a whole thing on the Seattle Mariners, like they were spending globs of money, but they were just mediocre as hell.
Yeah, they were. Yeah, exactly.
Carlos Silva, Dustin
Yeah.
Ackley didn't work out.
Dustin Ackley.
Former Yankee Dustin.
Yeah,
the
Dustin.
Yankees got
By
him.
the way, Dustin Ackley, he was every day I'd go into work, Mariner fans would go, "Oh, this is the day Dustin Ackley breaks out of it." And like 2 years later, he never broke out of it.
Yeah.
So,
There was also, Ichiro. His career was wasted in Seattle. I think everybody.
Yeah.
it was, but he was a great Mariner.
Oh,
He was a great
absolutely, he's obviously a Hall of Famer, no doubt.
Yeah.
Who else was
The
there?
fact that one person
uh-oh.
did
Richie
not vote
Sexton.
for him pisses me off.
Oh, Richie Sexton. Yeah, that was another.
And the
terrible.
Blue Jays are going to take the lead here.
Former Angel Sean Figgins.
Sean Figgins was bad too. Yeah. And even when they got Adrian Beltre, they weren't great.
No,
Remember when they had who's the Colorado Rocky guy that they had that was supposed to be this big third baseman that they signed?
was it Jose
before
Lopez?
No. It was oh crap. Hold on. Let me look it up. I gotta look it up now. He was from Colorado. Nope. Not who I was looking for.
Wasn't Kyle Seager?
No, it wasn't Kyle Seager. Oh man. What year was that? That was a while ago though. It was a long time ago too. Why am I getting
Benny, if you're
multiple-
wondering, SmackDown star Randy Orton's cutting a promo right now.
Ooh.
They're talking about Cena. Crowd boos. Nice. I would be chanting, "Thank you, Cena."
Thank you, Cena.
Yeah.
Let me see this for a second.
It wasn't Jeff Cirillo, was it?
That name sounds familiar. Might have been.
Cirillo, yeah, he was an ex-Rocky from 2000 to 2001. Was an All-Star with the Rockies in 2000. 2002 to 03, he was a Mariner.
Yeah. So they traded for him, or they picked him up on in free
Yeah,
agency or
they
something.
traded Cirillo to the Mariners for Jose Paniagua, Denny Stark, and Brian Fuentes, who become a very good
And
group.
right, Fuentes became really
forgot
good.
about
Yeah,
Fuentes.
Cirillo, and actually Cirillo like didn't have half the seasons he had in Colorado with the Mariners. I don't think he did. Just because number one, I'm pretty sure he went to a park that was fit for a hitter and then going to a park that was a pitcher's park.
Yep.
Which is part of the reason why he didn't play well. And
Bye,
actually,
Blue Jays.
Beltre played better. Beltre played better when he got traded from Seattle to Texas.
It was actually Boston, I think, the year after.
Oh, Boston, that's right.
It was Boston, then Texas.
Yeah. Boston, then Texas, yeah. But he got better after.
You know, we talked about collapses. The Yankees are performing one right now.
Yeah,
we
I'm kind of
spoke about it earlier.
Kind of trying to, but again, it's spring training, so we're.
There's also Miguel Olivo and
Miguel Olivo, yes.
That's another name I haven't heard in
a blast from the past.
Ages.
And of course, Raul Ibanez.
Raul Ibanez. Yeah. Man, he hit a big home run for us, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
Couple of them.
Two.
He did hit a couple of them.
Yeah.
I think, didn't he hit one against the Mariners?
No, we were talking the playoffs against Baltimore and then eventually
the Tigers.
The Tigers.
Was it the Tigers? I thought for some reason. Was it him?
No.
No. I'm sorry. I'm thinking different guy, and he was never.
You thinking about David Justice?
I was thinking of Justice. Yeah, I was thinking of Justice. Because I still remember that game because I remember Lou coming out like talking crap. Pinella was talking crap about us, about the stadium not being, there's that stadium. There's no aura about that stadium or something like that. Even though he played with us.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So, by the way, Orton was just calling out KO.
KO.
Yeah. By the way, Vinny, I meant to ask, have you played 2K yet?
I have not. I
hopped on a little bit. I didn't play a match yet. I was screwing around with universe mode. It's a lot more cleaned up. They did some nice changes to universe mode. There's still some bugs there, but
have you gone on the island yet?
No, I haven't.
Okay, do you know what you played 2K basketball, right?
Yeah, it's the same thing.
It's exactly as like is it the town? What is it called? The town, the city,
remember.
The city. I think it's called the city. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that. I haven't, like I said, I didn't dive too much into it because by the time I got home, I made dinner, hopped on here. But
if that's
like
then
I said,
why did they re-sign him, Armand? Armand's got per Albert Breer.
So Vinny, a few things that they changed with universe mode, you can schedule a PLE any day.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. There was some other stuff. Everything's on one screen. Managing who's on your shows now are way easier now. So.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a lot more cleaned up, but like I said, there's still some of the same problems as the gameplay. From what I hear, is exactly the same.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah, you're right, Armand. It's the park.
But don't forget, follow us on Twitch, Pinstripes and Pile Drivers. Vinny will be streaming 2K at some point. I know he said I didn't say when, but Judge comes up to hit.
Yeah, I would think Vegas would say no to that, Armand, because they just re-signed the guy.
Here's another two names. You got Miguel Cairo for the Mariners and Jose Vidro.
Jose Vidro. Oh, that's a name. Second baseman, I believe, Jose Vidro.
Oh, 2 count on Judge. He just swung at the low and away pitch. He's hitting just 143 to start. So sound the alarm button.
I'll take it. Listen. He'll be fine.
Sound the alarms. Call in WFAN. Season's over.
What was it about his April?
He struck out again. Terrible. Thank you, Armand. Appreciate it.
Yeah. Oh, thanks, Armand. Awesome. I'm going to be doing. I'm going to try. Well, I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to do that MLB The Show thing. We'll see.
Well, we'll be on Twitch at some point. All our primary lives. Now we joined Luca tonight. He was nice enough
Yeah.
to allow us to simulcast.
Yes, thank you, Luca.
When we do stream on our channel, we will be streaming on YouTube and Twitch at the same time.
And I will be right back, guys.
Gotcha.
No problem.
Bellinger coming up to hit. The next Pinstripes and Pile Drivers live stream, which, by the way, will be a week from tomorrow. We will be streaming the Yankees-Orioles spring breakout, with that game starting at 6:05. We will be on at 6. Well, of course, we'll have some videos up between now and then, too, for WWE and the Yankees.
Yes.
I'm surprised they I mean, we're only in the bottom of the 5th, but starters went a little bit later than I thought they would. I don't know why.
I thought they'd be done by now.
I don't know if it's just because I thought Stroman was going to go further. 1-2 on Bellinger's popped foul. Another big crowd. You notice it feels like every time we do these streams for the Yankee games, it's been a full house every time.
Yeah.
Every time. But then again, when Florida is 75% New Yorkers, I mean, what else would you expect?
Exactly. I mean, you can tell with the Michaels of Brooklyn, as I mentioned.
Yes. Only thing they're missing is that Yankee Stadium energy. We still need a roll call. We still need, I mean, I think down there they still play New York after wins. I'm not prepared. I'm not mentally prepared to go to Yankee Stadium and walk out after a loss to That's Life.
I would rather do that.
But that still sounds rage-inducing. Like, imagine losing to the Red Sox like via blowout and then having to hear That's Life. Tell me you don't want to like punch the living you-know-what out of somebody.
I would rather have That's Life play than New York.
Well, that's an obvious.
Yeah.
We can all agree on that, but you tell me you wouldn't get like That's Life wouldn't piss you the frick off. And I don't mean that in terms of crapping on That's Life. That's a great song.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I just watched The Joker too much. The first one, not the second one.
Again, it's just the thing of you don't want your team to lose. I think that comes from the basic principle of that.
Yeah. 0-2 count on Goldschmidt with 2 outs. Still 0-2 on Goldschmidt. You know your broadcast is delayed when game day is ahead of you.
Yeah.
You got way under that. Look, there's a saying, it's more so for the Cactus League, but they say if you can catch a fly ball in spring training, you can catch a fly ball anywhere. That wind, they say, is no joke. No joke, especially smaller stadiums, obviously no upper deck, no second deck. So makes sense going to the top of the 6th.
I think next year we got to do spring training.
Oh, 100%. As long as certain other obligations don't tie me down, we are definitely going to spring training next year.
All right, I'm back, guys.
Okay. We were just talking about going to spring training next year.
Nice.
I've never been to the west side of Florida, so.
It's all the same thing to me. Florida's Florida. It's beautiful in the winter. It's hot and humid in the summer.
Although Sean brings this point up all the time, he doesn't consider Florida the South. I would actually disagree. It's despite Miami and Tampa and Fort Lauderdale and Orlando, there's also some very rural places like Fort Myers, Cape Coral, Gainesville, just some of them.
I just feel like what you're looking for in the South, you can get better everywhere else, like barbecue and all that other type of stuff.
I'm not disagreeing, but I think it's a nice mix of like rural and urban.
Florida is its own species and should just,
treated as such.
Yeah, exactly. So Armand says, per Connor Hughes, the third round pick going to the Seahawks is the Jets pick that was traded for Adams.
Yeah, that was the Jets had 2/3. The best of the third rounders is actually still with the Jets.
Yes, that is true. Yeah, we fleeced the Seahawks on that deal.
Never forget the best in the nation.
Jamal Adams, Jesus.
Yeah, you remember that game he played with Seattle against the Steelers, talking about best in the nation, yet didn't he get like stiff armed by Oh no. You know what it was? Remember the interception that was right in his face and he let it bounce off his face for an incompletion?
Yeah, dude has no hands.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's never been a good cover
Colton
guy.
Brewer is now into pitch.
All right. There was a time when I think they were going to switch him to linebacker at some point.
Honestly,
Probably would have been better off.
I was just about to say they would have been better
He would
off.
he would have been. I mean, he would have been like Hassan Reddick. Probably not as good though.
Yeah,
Well,
that's a fair thing. What was I going to say? Apparently, I just read a report per CBS. Daniel Jones quietly has had a strong market this offseason.
I wonder who.
Colts are interested.
Well, we know one of them. Two of them. It's the Colts and the Steelers.
And also the Vikings is not ruled out yet.
I feel like Minnesota's the team.
Yeah, because they'll need a. Yeah, because McCarthy needs somebody to compete with over there. Although I think it's McCarthy's job anyway, so.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, well, it was last year until obviously
he
got hurt.
Right. But coming back from an injury like that, we'll see what happens.
I'll be right back.
All right. Let me try to see what the game is like from my end.
All right.
It's 1 out.
Fouled off. It's 5-3. Top 6. Jonathan. Is it Jonathan or Jonathan Classe? There's no H.
Let me see.
Jonathan.
Jonathan Classe.
Jonathan Classe.
Jonathan Classe.
Jonathan.
What's up, Miz? He says, yo, sup, brothers? NFL moves are starting. Yeah. You have Geno Smith. You have some cuts.
Yep. A lot of
all happening before Monday.
Oh, that ball hit down to right field in the corner. That's a double. Double for the Jays. 1 man out. Who's playing right? Hold on. Martin's playing right. Castillo in center, Smith in left, Velasquez at third, Vargas at short, Montero at second, Hardman at first, and
Velasquez the only starter still in.
Yeah. Is that Dom? Isn't Dom Smith still in there? Is that the same Smith?
Yeah.
Or
he's the left fielder.
I didn't see.
So Dom's still in. I think they're getting a long, hard look at Dom.
Yeah.
So
if you could have put Dominguez at DH, probably the best candidate for left field.
Yeah. Unless, of course, they move.
What the hell is that behind home plate? You see that too, right? That mascot thing?
That's him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that the tarp? No, that's not the Tarpons mascot, is it?
That might.
I'm going to look for you. I'm going to look it up.
Let me see.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah, there we go.
The Tarpons mascot.
There's the Tarpons.
And I bet you like 65% of people in there don't know that.
Don't know.
I would put money on that.
Just sitting there.
That's not as funny though.
That looks creepy.
Yeah, that is
I don't like it.
creepy.
I don't like it. Go
Well, you
away.
still remember
I
when
can't
the
stop
Mets?
watching now.
I know, me neither.
Oh my god, the way he's calling people over like this.
But you still remember? You remember though a couple years ago when the Mets were playing the Marlins and there was a cinnamon toast crunch behind home plate?
Oh,
Bro, that was hilarious.
that was
Especially
hilarious.
because I think Keith thought it was SpongeBob.
Oh, really?
Oh my
Oh,
god.
that was Vinny. If you haven't seen that, look that up. That was hysterical.
No.
Just seeing that weird,
But see,
just
my
weird.
thing is,
Yeah.
how are you? If you're Colton Brewer, how are you not distracted? Well, he might have just given
That's
up a home run. Oh no.
Yeah,
not quite.
that's hit deep. Nope, not deep enough. Right in front of the warning
It's just
track.
weird seeing a fish in the background with his mouth wide open.
Yeah, I think that's probably why he's sitting there to distract the pitcher.
Yeah, but that's his own team.
That's
Exactly.
true.
That's the only problem with that.
I would be telling him to go away.
Yeah,
Come back. Come back when
I
they're
would literally be like,
come back when Toronto's pitching.
yeah.
Yes, Gus Edwards was cut by the Chargers.
Would you like to see him as a Jet? He is a New York native. Staten Island native.
We have enough running backs.
One of the Bosa brothers was cut as well.
Yeah, Joey
Nick
Bosa.
not Nick Bosa, excuse me, Joey Bosa. A lot of injuries.
Yeah, I like Gus
Yeah.
Edwards. Again, Staten Island native, so.
Gus, if he went, well, Pittsburgh doesn't need a running back.
Well, right now they do. Najee's not with us technically.
Oh,
they need to bring him back.
He's a free agent, eh?
Yeah, they didn't pick up his option for some reason.
That's
Didn't
one spot I
wanna
think
spend
I
money.
think the Jets are okay is at running back.
Yeah.
I think we have a pretty good running back room.
Joey wants to play with his brother.
Not
Like
surprised.
Yeah.
Joey does want to play with his brother. I mean, hey, if you got the Bosa bro one on, I mean, if Joey stays healthy,
Yeah.
and
That's
you
a
got the
big
Bosa
question.
brothers on either side, that's
terrifying.
that is very terrifying. And you still got what's his name in the middle,
Uh,
the linebacker,
Fred Warner.
Fred Warner. Yeah, I mean that's pretty scary.
They just cut also Javon Hargrave, who only played 3 games last year.
Yeah, apparently, according to 93.7 The Fan, the Pittsburgh radio, the Steelers want to bring him back.
I heard you guys want DJ Reed.
Yeah, I heard that too. Apparently, we're also the front runners for a Garrett Wilson trade, but I don't know that I fully believe that.
Garrett Wilson, we're not trading him.
We're not trading Garrett Wilson, bro.
At least I hope not.
Because then that leaves us with no wide receivers.
Yeah,
Exactly.
exactly.
Our wide receiver room went from Devontae Adams and Garrett Wilson and Malachi Corley and Lazard to now just Garrett Wilson and Malachi Corley.
Well, Brad, if you think about it, though, if the Niners do get the other Bosa, Niners are also super injury prone. How often do they actually play together then?
Exactly.
I mean, again, he has to stay healthy. Then,
Yeah.
That's
But the
key.
thing is, at least then he'd be fitting into a perfect organization where no one can seem to stay healthy.
Yeah. The rivalry though between them and the Seahawks, man, when you're there, it's nothing like it. When they were good,
Oh yeah, I can imagine.
oh,
That was the rivalry.
that was oh my god. It was crazy. There are tons of Niner fans that live in Seattle.
Oh
too.
well, because
sure.
Niner fans are everywhere.
Crazy.
We actually have plenty of Niners fans here in Pennsylvania too. Yeah, I got you. Yeah, I got you, Brad.
Two
Like I
first
said,
round
They gotta
picks.
stay healthy. That's
Number
that's
one, I
the
don't think
making.
you're not getting 2 first round picks for Garrett Wilson anyway. I don't
Would those
even
2
think
picks really be worth it? Though?
no one's gonna be given 2 first round picks for him, I don't think.
I think.
I mean, not that he's not worth 2 first round
No,
picks.
no,
but I don't think anybody's
absolutely.
given-
I
given
think the
two
first
first.
official transaction besides the Rodgers, Devontae Adams cuts, extend Garrett Wilson, 4 years, $30 million a year.
Oh, we need
I
to
would
cut
do it in a
Lazard.
heartbeat.
We need to cut Lazard too, by the way.
Yeah, he stinks.
Yeah.
Let's cut Lazard too. And we cut Lazard. We actually we're in the top 10 in salary cap.
Yeah,
So
we got like 52 million, I think, according to
52
Oda.
million. Yeah, we went from like 20 something after that Devontae.
Devontae opened up a lot.
a lot of money. And then if we dump Lazard,
You're saving
that
some
probably
money.
brings us up to 60.
Not to mention Michael Clemens, Jeremy Ruckert, are guys.
Clemens. You know, I liked Clemens in the beginning, and
Yeah,
it was a
for his
good
first season.
it was a good story, and then all of a sudden it just, I don't know, he's a psycho, that dude.
Yeah, he's not productive at all.
No, and he commits too many penalties. Aaron Glenn would bench him every single time he did something stupid. Which is what the Sala regime did not do.
No, because he gave in to his players.
Yeah. So, hey, there's Donnie Baseball, my boy.
It just feels so wrong seeing him in a
Toronto. God, tell me about it.
I gotta take.
He's like my favorite Yankee of all time. And no, it's not Jeter.
Yeah, I remember you saying Mattingly.
Mattingly's. I have a signed Mattingly ball actually sitting right next to me. So, Donnie, come back to the Yankees, please.
Yes. I would have taken him as manager, but
can't even. Matter of fact, I can't watch. Why do they interview him?
No. You knew that was. I'll tell you.
I know. It's good seeing him though.
Watching opening day last year between the Yankees and the Jays, he got a nice ovation. So.
Oh yeah, of course. It's just the problem is if he's on the Jay, he can't come to like Old Timers Days.
No.
Yeah, that's.
Then again, I'll be honest. Old Timers Days not as fun as it used to be.
No, no, it's not the same. I went to one 2 years ago in July against the Kansas City Royals. It was. It wasn't.
No, I was lucky enough, and I know Luca was too. We both got to actually go and see the game itself, the Old Timers game. Oh, there's nothing like it. And the fact that the Yankees actually took that away is it's so aggravating to the point where you question if you want to have it anymore.
I completely agree. I think I went to one the one in 2019. Jay Happ was starting that game.
That's ew.
Yeah, Armand, I think they would probably do the June 1st designation for him, for Lazard. I mean, there's a nice difference between 11 and 6. You know what I want, Luca? I want a safety. First time, I want to get a good safety.
We need 2 safeties.
Do you want the kid from Jacksonville?
Cisco?
Yep. I want him. And I don't know about Javon
Holland?
Javon Holland, because he's going to cost a lot more money, even though the safety. But I think if you're going to spend money, spend it at safety because it hasn't like exploded yet.
No. And you're not going
to. But I like Cisco. Because you're not going to pay a lot for him either.
Right. Also, as well, you could draft one if you want. You could sign one, draft one.
You could. Which I think that's probably the way they're going to go.
Hey, Vinny, Randy Orton said in his promo, "I'm going to prove that Pat McAfee is the second greatest punter in WWE."
Oh, well, see, he's going back to his roots.
Yes, can't wait for it.
Oh, that was
with a nice hit.
Woof.
Vargas has really broken out this spring. I love what he has done so far. And he's got a double.
That was a hot shot. What was that?
Vargas has been a kid to watch. He has been unbelievable this spring.
That was 105.5 off the bat. Definitely handcuffed the third baseman there.
Right off the glove.
Yeah, that was hit very hard though.
Yeah, I think that's
why they call it the hot corner.
Yes.
The 105 coming right at you.
Little to no reaction time. So it's 5-4 Jays in the 6th.
I remember some beer league softball, me playing third base.
Mm-hmm.
Those were the days. And you're actually closer in softball.
Yes, you are. I played in one of those games before.
And some of those big dudes that hit it, it's
not so light.
No, it's not so light.
What was I going to say? Third. I played third base in my final year of Little League. I actually kind of enjoyed it, but I sucked in the championship games.
I loved playing third base. I loved it.
You
It
guys
was
had the fun positions. I was either a catcher or an outfielder. So
Well,
either I was getting hit with a bat.
I was a center fielder all throughout my baseball career.
Yeah. I actually like center field. As stupid as that sounds, I thought it was easier to play.
I just
right
love
or
being in
left.
charge of the outfield.
Yeah,
That's fair. Average wise man mentality.
That's right. You better believe it.
figures why Bernie played there all those years.
That's right. That's right. And great. Look at Griffey, one of the greats.
Yeah.
I mean, I played shortstop in summer ball, and I sucked. I sucked at shortstop because
Shortstop's a tough position.
Nice infield single there for Jesus Rodriguez. Tying run 90 feet away.
Shortstop's a tough position to play.
Because I could always field the ball. The question was throwing it to first, and I always had to keep my elbow down and my shoulder down.
Yeah. That's a tough position to play. You cover a lot of ground there.
Also, it's tough with obviously you're communicating with the second baseman. Okay, who's covering when somebody steals second?
Right.
I'll never forget too when Luca got in trouble for sliding in head first during one of That was a no-no in our little league.
This is how far I go back. I got in trouble in high school baseball for trying a Ricky Henderson snatch catch in the outfield. I made it, but my coach said, "You're sitting the rest of the game for that." I was like, "What?"
Yeah, my dad said when he played Little League in high school, they'll bench you if you throw anything other than a fastball. You were not allowed to throw anything else.
Yeah, they didn't like you getting
I don't know if
which in a way I kind of wish we could get back to that now, because I truly think that's the way pitchers are being. Well, actually, I don't know, because actually the fact they're throwing 105 in college.
I was about to say, because you were just about to hit the nail on the head. Like, obviously, back in the day, pitchers weren't throwing freaking 100 miles an hour back in that era. But nowadays, it's like pitchers are doing more damage to their arms, and the arms shouldn't always bend like this. And obviously, when you throw 100 miles an hour, nonetheless. So you got to allow some off speed.
Now, Jets mess. Is he a normal viewer of yours?
Yes, he is. What's up, Jets?
Okay, so he's also, I believe, if he's the same person, he also watches Let's Talk Jets Radio.
Yes, he does.
Are you the same? Are you the same? So we are in the presence of a celebrity, ladies and gentlemen.
He's a regular viewer of Big Blue.
Mess. Yes.
I've also met the guys from LTJ a couple of times.
LTJ, they're very good. Prime Time, and
they're the best. Tyson.
Yeah, and Tyson, very good.
Shout out to Tyson, by the way.
Tyson helped me with a project for college, by the way.
Really?
Yeah, he did. He did an interview with me, and I did definitely.
Armand, I can't believe we're forgetting Armand as well. He also watches Let's
Talk. I do watch Let's Talk Jets. Yep. Yeah.
But what was I going to say? Shout out to Tyson, by the way. I believe Tyson. That is how I met Armand. Shout out to Tyson, by the way. He's doing a marathon, I think, at the end of this month.
Yes,
marathon. Mental health.
Mental health. Yes, big.
Big mental health
advocate. Definitely. I still have some T-shirts that he sent me. He sent me a few T-shirts when I ordered some things from him, and he sent me a couple extra T-shirts. I got a Fireman Ed autograph.
Yeah. I've actually met Fireman Ed in person.
Yeah. Mental health for vets. Yep, that's right.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. So everybody watch. If you're a Jets fan, definitely watch Let's Talk Jets Radio. They're big time. That's one of the reasons I want to start our channel there, Luca.
Listen, I'm open to it.
We need more. We need more Jets. We need more Jets stuff out there.
Absolutely. I completely agree.
So whenever you're ready to go, man, just send me a text.
Of course.
Oh, next Thursday at 9.
Next Thursday at 9, Jets Afterburners. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Jets Afterburners, another great podcast. Dan was recently, not that he's big as Tyson when it comes to mental health stuff, but he was recently, he was hosting a couple episodes with a couple different people about
Mhm.
mental health and getting your body in shape and all these different things when it comes not just to mental health but physical health as well. Dan does
Right.
a great job. Dan does a
Mhm.
terrific job.
Yeah, I'd like to meet I'd like to meet the guy from Jet Central. I'd like to meet
Ian.
Matt O'Leary, all those guys, man. I'd like to meet those guys. Those guys are, and Green Bean.
Yeah, Green Bean. Matt O'Leary I actually met at Jets training camp when I was
Did
there
you?
with Sean, actually.
Yeah, you got that right, Jets.
We need more real Jet fan talk. Yeah, we do. That's what I'm trying to get it going. Jets mess. Me and Luca, man. Luca's the man.
Obviously offer our different perspectives and obviously it adds good for the resume for myself, but obviously again, Armin says maybe one day Vinny and I can meet. Absolutely.
You'd love meeting
Yeah,
Vinny.
absolutely.
You'd love meeting Vinny.
Matter of fact, if you're going to Jets camp this year, I'll buy you a drink. Well,
yes.
probably no alcohol.
I was gonna say
there won't be any alcohol there, but it won't be any alcohol, but I'll buy you a soda.
I mean, I took 2 trips with Armin last year to
Oh, you don't go to
City
Jets?
Field.
Oh, okay.
I don't blame you.
I do. I try to go every year.
Like going to Jets camp is not easy because that's in the middle of Jersey. That's like by Morristown. I mean, I gotta tell you what, Sean knows about this. There's a great pizzeria right by there, about 5 minutes away, known as Pizzeria.
I will go to Jets camp just so we can get pizza after. I'm not even a Jet fan.
Yeah. Oh, you know where you need to go after Jets camp is you need to go to Harold's.
Harold's.
Harold's, the deli with the very large pastrami sandwiches. Nobody, you guys don't know about Harold's?
No,
I've never heard of it.
Oh,
Everybody talks about
I know about Parkwood Deli.
Harold's is
that
like
one.
Harold's is like a staple in Jersey. Love
Well,
Harold's.
Luca can attest to this. Anytime me, Luca, and Alex have ever gone to Jersey, it's ended in some sort of disaster one way or another.
Yeah,
whether it's commuting or somewhere
correct.
being closed or.
Yeah,
Harold's is a deli that serves big sandwiches. Very
and
much so.
and big prices. So bring your credit card.
It's also in Edison, yes.
Yes, it is.
Well, if there's one thing we can agree on, whether it's New York or New Jersey, that whole general area's got the best food in the world.
Oh yeah, there's nothing like and deli food. There's nothing like deli food here in New York and New Jersey either.
I hate it here in PA.
Deli
here.
food. Oh no, I feel you, man. I lived in Washington for 20 years and I couldn't get a good pizza there. Period.
Yeah.
A good deli sandwich. What was that?
Real quick, I just want to answer Jet Smith's question. Why did my monthly subscription payment get returned to me? Alex has rescinded the membership program. He'll obviously at a later date and obviously at a later time when he feels his best, he'll give out the memberships once again. But right now we're putting a pause to the membership program. New Jersey, best food and assholes like me.
I don't know about that, Armand. Come on, man.
You still got New York City now.
That's right. There's also Sean. Don't forget about the New Jersey debate. Not that we're New Jerseyans, but
pork
roll.
Chat, is it pork roll or Taylor ham? I don't know the difference, nor do I care because I live in PA. But
Brian,
pork roll or Taylor ham?
My buddy Brian, who's not even a New Jerseyan, he lives in Jersey, but he was originally born in west side of Florida. I think he calls it a pork roll. I don't know. I could be wrong.
I don't know.
But he and Armin were arguing over it.
My job. My deli at my supermarket, we call it pork roll, but I don't know the difference, to be honest
Armand
with you.
says, I'll go with Armand. I'm a Staten Islander, so I don't.
Yeah, we really don't engage in that.
I don't engage in any of that stuff over the bridge. I like going there. You know,
for me, it's just sitting in traffic all the time. That's only ever been my luck going through Jersey.
Oh, and my by the way, Sean, the Rutgers baseball game got canceled tomorrow, so I won't be doing that game.
Oh, I got you. Oh, I thought that was Sun. Oh no, you did say it was.
I was supposed to be doing tomorrow's game, but
Yeah.
They canceled.
Yeah, I guess it's been some. Well, not to mention it's friggin' cold.
I am doing camera work on a semi-pro football game out in freaking SUNY on the 22nd. So I may not be able. If we have anything going, it's a triple header. So.
No, we don't. Actually, I'll be in New York that weekend. So.
Oh, is that the same weekend? Okay.
Yeah,
so
that's the weekend.
I mean, I'll be able to still meet with you on Sunday, but
yes,
I'll probably be getting home late that night too.
Yeah, I got you. Hey, so we'll all be on an even playing field at that
point. Exactly.
So I'm for the sake of food purposes, I'm looking at the New Jersey pork roll Taylor ham wars, in which parts of New Jersey take pork roll, which part of New Jersey takes Taylor ham. Most of the top part of New Jersey that borders New York City is Taylor ham, and then down south and middle to southern Jersey is pork roll.
Yeah, Armand just commented something like that too. I agree. Pork roll does sound better.
It does sound better.
But
the hell's a Taylor ham?
That's just the brand.
Yeah, but no, I think Taylor owns the company. They call it Taylor's Pork Roll, but I never. Like I said, everybody here in PA calls it pork roll. But then again, where I live, it's mostly Philadelphians. So
yeah, so that's the South Side. But Sean, I also got to ask you a question, not related to New Jersey or whatever. For the Italians, is it gravy or sauce?
It's sauce. Anybody who says gravy is crazy.
Yeah, I can't.
That's not necessarily true. Don't say that.
I am saying that
because my grandmother called it gravy all the time.
I don't
She's
understand
from Sicily.
It.
She's from Sicily, man.
That's fair.
My grandmother.
My grandmother.
I just don't understand it.
Sicily. It was always gravy. It was always gravy.
My
family was always gravy.
Called gravy though.
That's just you know what? That's a good question. I never got an answer to that, and I just always called it gravy. Always.
I'll put it as my friend Vinny put it. Sean's met Vinny, and Armin knows Vinny. He says that it's called sauce. And Vinny's Italian. He lives in Connecticut.
Right.
He says it's sauce. Gravy's for turkey and mashed potatoes.
That's what I always said.
See, I don't know. My family used to call it gravy all the time.
Yeah, well, again, that's something that's literally split 50-50.
Yeah.
I never heard it called gravy until a few years ago.
Yeah.
I say sauce.
I mean,
when you're going to somebody's house on a Sunday, you're going for Sunday sauce. You're not going for Sunday gravy. That don't sound right.
Yeah,
it doesn't click.
Well,
so apparently gravy is sauce with fat or lard added to it, or meat added to it. But what are you going to call it? Are you going to call it bolognese sauce? Or are you going to call it bolognese gravy?
Yeah, because my family did cook the gravy with meat basically. So there was always meatballs and sausage and braciole and.
You're making me hungry.
Yeah, I can't eat. I can't.
Yeah, Luca can't eat meat or dairy today. I was to say happy Lent and or Ramadan to those who celebrate.
Yes, to all who celebrate.
Yeah, because Ash Wednesday was this past Wednesday.
Yeah, I had to. Luca hated me before because I don't celebrate Lent. I'm not Catholic, so I had myself a nice 2 New York strip steaks and half a dozen eggs.
There you go. I bet those eggs cost you about an arm and a leg.
Well, we have 3 cartons stored in the.
Smart man.
Eggland's
you better store more than that.
Eggland's. Well, we don't eat. I'm the only one who really eats eggs in my house anyway. So.
Yeah, I can't.
But Eggland's best up here in Pennsylvania is still pretty cheap. So.
Yeah, can't get. I went to Stop and Shop the other day. I found there was nothing on the shelf.
That sounds.
The only thing I could find was an 18-pack for $12.99. So.
We'll see if you'll work for Stop and Shop like I did. That would have been like $10.
Oh yeah, your 10% discount.
Yeah, something like that. No, I think it was more. I think it was 15.
You get a 15?
But I could be wrong. I don't remember. I haven't been there in over a year.
Yeah, Safeway didn't give us discounts on anything.
No.
Damn big time groceries. But we were union too.
Yeah, you were union.
Yeah, we were. Well, not when I became a manager, I wasn't. But
so you're union if you're not a manager.
You're union if you're not a manager. Once you go up to management, like higher management, above like a key holder,
That's
then you're
dumb.
You're no longer eligible to be in the union anymore.
So at that point, then it's not very rewarding to be a manager.
Well, they pay you a lot more, but it's not because they work
Right.
you more hours. And
if there's somebody from the Safeway corporate team watching, just know, yes, we are calling you out.
Yeah, Safeway is, by the way, I think I want to say they're Albertsons Corporation because they're all the same now. Just don't ever work for them if you ever move to the West Coast or middle of the country.
So
terrible.
Shots fired.
Yep.
I think to say along the topic of food, does steak sauce belong on a steak?
Wow. I mean, depends on where you're getting the steak from.
Yeah.
When my mom used to cook steaks, I used to put stuff all over that.
See, I don't.
Her steaks weren't great. But if I'm going to Peter Luger, no, nothing.
I don't eat steak sauce. I season my steaks. I don't like sauce.
Yeah. Usually
it's got to be juicy.
This is how you know a spring training game is really boring when we're talking about.
Yeah, I know we're talking about steak.
I like a mid-rare steak, honestly, and I would prefer not to have any sauce on it. And there's like apparently a common debate is should ketchup belong in a steak? I'm like, no.
Only when you're under the age of 9.
That's fair.
That's fair.
No, the only thing. See, what I use 2 simple ingredients for my steak: adobo, because I'm Puerto Rican, so I gotta embrace that. If you don't like adobo, you're crazy.
Hey, Filipinos like adobo too.
I've never had adobo.
True. Oh my goodness!
I'm half Filipino, so.
Oh, okay, that makes more sense.
Yeah,
and
so adobo is.
Vinny, you'll like this one. It's not called this anymore because some allegations, but the Brock Lesnar seasoning is fantastic on steak.
I know. You talk that stuff up all the time, bro.
Oh, I still do, and I will till the end. I mean, again, they don't call it that anymore because
you haven't tried the JR barbecue sauce yet.
I'm not. I'm gonna get crucified for this. I'm not big on barbecue sauce.
No,
not big on barbecue sauce.
I like
The only time I've actually had it and like genuinely like enjoyed it when I was in the South. That was really about it.
That's fair.
Put it on some chicken. Pretty good.
Yeah, barbecue chicken wings.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Just to update you guys, there is a baseball game. It is by 7. 5-4 Blue Jays. We went off the rails with this one. The other games we were locked in until about the 7th. We didn't even make it to the 5th today.
Yeah, there you go.
This just turned into a Boys in the Big Apple podcast.
And it's a closer game too.
Yeah, I know. Compared to the other game where it was 12-3 against the Pirates on Monday, and then the first game we got shut out after getting like 3 hits.
Has anybody answered this question as well? Is a hot dog a sandwich?
Oh God, are we really doing this now?
Didn't
the radio station have a big debate on this too?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not gonna.
It's a hot dog. End of story.
To me, it's a hot dog. I don't know.
Yeah, hot dog's hot dog.
Hot dog is a hot dog.
Oh boy, we really are.
We got. What's your favorite food to get at the stadium? No.
Oh, the chicken bucket. Anybody who says anything about the chicken bucket is crazy. Come on now. And look, you spend a pretty penny for it, but you get your money's worth. With the amount of food you get in that, what is that, like a pound of fries and then like 10 tenders?
Fries and chicken.
Yeah, but it's so expensive.
By the way, did y'all see the prices at Dodger Stadium this year?
Yeah, that was.
Yeah, that's.
You sent me that one.
Yeah, I said, Vinny, did you see it?
I've seen. Yeah, I saw him.
I mean, my goodness,
like, that's insane.
$35 for a beer.
Mm-hmm.
That's insanity.
That beer better have like.
That beer better be the size
that better
of my
be the
leg.
Greatest beer I've ever had. Yeah.
That better be the size of my leg.
Yeah.
I mean, I was considering, because I have a cousin that lives out in LA, and she invited me and my family to go out there. So I'm like, if the Yankees go out there, maybe I'll take the trip. I am so glad I'm not. I mean, look, I still want to see LA. I still want to see my cousin, but
by the way,
I don't know about Dodger Stadium.
The traffic getting out of Chavez Ravine and getting in is terrible.
There's a reason everybody gets there in the 4th inning.
Yeah, it's horrid. I mean, it goes all the way from like the freeway Like
in the
it
downtown.
basically backs up the
Hi, Alex.
freeway to the, yeah. Alex.
Alex, you missed that. We haven't actually legitimately talked baseball in about 3 innings. We've been talking about food.
Yeah, it's been a crazy stream.
I'm going to step away. I'll be right back.
All right.
All right. So this is Martin up to the plate. Yeah, my screen's basically not working on the TV.
Is it? Okay.
Garrett Martin.
216, 12 homers, 43 RBI in A ball. Oh, strike 2. Oh, line drive right to the shortstop. And that'll be the third out. We go
to the top of the 8th.
To the top of the 8th, yep. So where are you going to be Monday, Luca?
Well, Monday, while free agency's happening, I'll be in class, and then I have to work.
Okay. Gotcha.
So I'll be like scrolling Twitter while this boring presentation happens. So that'll be fun.
Yep. It'll be a free for all.
Hopefully, again, I'm not getting my hopes up, but I want.
Yeah, I don't foresee the Jets going after any really big money guys.
They're going to go veteran quarterback, which I'll be expecting,
but
Justin Fields, Jameis Winston would be my peak of interest in quarterbacks.
Right, exactly. So do we know how long Heel's going to be out?
He said, let me check what Cashman said. But
because I don't really go. I hate going by what he says.
3 months.
3 months. Okay, so he won't be back until April, May, June. So probably June, early July.
Yeah, pretty much.
Man, it's a good thing we kept Stroman, huh?
Yeah.
I mean,
your other alternative would be Will Warren, probably.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I think we'll be okay as long as we don't lose anybody else.
Yeah.
Hopefully. Because, we got Cole, Rodon, Fried, Stroman, Schmidt. So.
Yeah, that's pretty much the crux of the rotation.
Yeah. So. Where did they slot? Other than I'm pretty sure the top 3 are going to be Cole, either Rodon or Fried, and then Rodon or Fried. I don't know where he's going to have. Did he say? Does he have any idea as to what his rotation is going to be yet?
I don't think he's spoke on it yet. If I'm being honest,
as far as the order goes,
yeah. I mean, Cole's obviously number 1. Do you go? I think if you want my opinion, I think Fried's a better pitcher than Rodon. I would put him at 2.
Yes. No, I agree, but I don't know, like if since like Rodon, I don't know. Boone's weird. Like,
yeah,
he may have like Rodon at 2 and Fried at 3. I think Fried should be 2 as well. But
yeah, Rodon at 3. Then you have
so 4 and 5 would be interesting.
Yeah, Schmidt and Marcus Stroman.
Yep.
Stroman at 5. I have a funny feeling Stroman, like, obviously he's not going to be gone now. He's probably going to be gone by the deadline. Because not to mention he also has a vesting option. If
Schmidt hasn't started throwing yet, so
yeah. Oh, that's true.
Maybe Warren does start. Yep.
Forgot that Schmidt was hurt a little bit.
So Schmidt and Heel are hurt.
Yes, not ideal.
No, definitely not.
Again, guys, if you haven't already, hit that like button, subscribe, and do all the good stuff. Check out Pinstripes and Pile Drivers. Check out Big Blue in the Bronx. Obviously, Alex will be streaming tomorrow night. Giants free agency preview and pretty much the offseason as well. More Yankee content to come as we get closer and closer to opening day in the regular season. Obviously, Giants, more draft. Also, check out the Senior Bowl interviews we did over there as well. So, also check that out. I know Sean and Vinny will be going live for the spring breakout game next Saturday. So, check that out as well. So, keep it updated with the content. Hit the like button, subscribe. We appreciate y'all's support. I know spring training is not the most fun, especially when it comes to the guys, the minor league guys, are trying to come in and play. So we try to make the best of the conversation with food, teams, all that.
Yeah, just everything, right?
Schmidt has, barking back. I've rarely heard of. I think only the Yankees have popularized the barking back term.
Yeah, that's crazy. And he has, and Cashman hasn't said how long Schmidt's going to be out, right? Like that.
I don't think so.
I mean, if he's not going to be available for opening day, he should have said it already, right?
Yeah, he probably would have.
Yeah. But then again, we don't know because we don't know about Cashman and his.
Aaron Boone said that he will, just as an update from RotoWire, he said that Schmidt will remain in spring training when the team heads north and is slated to make his season debut April 3rd against the Diamondbacks. So he'll be missing. Well, yeah, he won't miss a start. He'll be just taking his regular scheduled start. But it doesn't seem like, I guess he won't pitch. It doesn't seem like he'll pitch in spring training.
Oh, wow. Talking about Schmidt?
Schmidt, yeah.
Yeah, I saw that update earlier. Oy. What'd I miss? Anything good? We're still arguing about food.
No, we weren't. We were.
It was still a fun conversation.
It is.
Yeah.
I just feel bad for anybody who's wanting our actual reaction to the Yankee game. But it really is. That was close. Pistana. That's the
Pistana.
Picture. That's got to be Italian, right?
Pistana versus Pinto.
Yeah. We got a rookie ball hitter and what's got to be a high A pitcher going at it. Isn't it the time of the spring where we're supposed to start seeing the starters play a little more? Oh, no, it's only March 7th.
Not yet.
I think we're like another week or two.
Yeah, probably.
Those are usually like the last 2 weeks of the spring games.
Yeah, you'll also see the pitchers ramping up a little bit more.
Yeah. Well, that's why I was shocked Stroman only went 3. I mean, he only went 2 2/3 last start because he got lit up, but I was expecting a little more.
Well, yeah, and it's not like he was throwing hard. He was only averaging like 89.
Exactly. He could have definitely got like another 15 pitches in there tonight, but
so
that's what they wanted.
Yeah, I don't know.
Then again, too, I guess going up against a division opponent, they didn't want to give them too much to look at.
So they have how many open spots they have in the bullpen?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Let me pull up the
well, obviously we have our closer, we have our setup guys.
Well, yeah, those I'm outside of.
I know. I'm trying to think.
And Weaver, and I'm sure is Leiter still. Leiter still.
Yeah, he's still
be there.
Tim Hill.
Right. Now Matzik was gonna probably if he hadn't
he's hurt now.
Yeah, he's hurt.
So that's probably one spot.
Ian Hamilton's more.
Ian Hamilton, right. So where does Loizaga?
If he
has he even started pitching at all?
I don't think so.
Ugh.
I'll be honest. I wasn't totally a fan of bringing him back because he's been so injury prone. But against a low risk contract,
right. But I mean, we may not see him till after the All-Star break.
Yeah, if that.
You know,
throwing.
God forbid he breathes the wrong
I mean,
way.
I wouldn't mind seeing him like for the stretch run, though. You know, I mean,
Yeah.
it's another pitcher.
Well, and the sad thing is, we know what he's capable of. When he's on his game, he's.
Oh, yeah.
Remember, we were talking about him being a closer at one point. Now,
Yeah,
right.
He's been throwing off the mound since earlier this week.
Okay, well, so he's
a little better than we thought.
He's a little closer than All-Star break. Okay.
We also got Fernando Cruz.
Just a little bit.
So who else you got there, Luca?
Fernando Cruz from the Reds.
Okay.
Clayton Beater. Is he going to start in the minors?
Probably. I think he only was in the majors.
What was his?
What
did he do in his last? What did he do in his last outing?
He just pitched tonight.
Okay.
Yeah.
Also got JT Brubaker and Jake. I mean, Cousins going to be a part of the team, obviously.
Cousins will be right. Cousins. I forgot. I totally forgot about him.
Give me 1 second.
Well, he's as forgettable as Kirk.
I know. I do like Hamilton. I like the back of the bullpen. Way better than if we run into problems in the front.
Oh, don't forget too. We got that kid from the Reds, Fernando Cruz. Too.
Fernando Cruz, right. That's not the kid I wanted from the Reds.
No, he was like he had like a 5 ERA last year.
I'd rather
again, this is I think the similar reason why they went after Leiter. His ERA was up, but he had a lot of strikeouts. That's why they went after.
Right, they
analytics at its finest.
They always want guys that miss bats. Is what they like.
Chase rate, swing and miss rate, all that shit.
Right.
By the way, did y'all see this
end of April?
Nonsense.
Thank you, Brad.
See this nonsense with Stephen A. and LeBron last night?
I don't watch Stephen A. anymore. I actually
no, but this happened.
I'm actually off of Stephen A. Anytime he comes on the TV, I turn it off.
Well, I do too, but this was at the game. So you know, LeBron cursed out Stephen A. I'll read you what he said.
Good. I'm glad.
He said, LeBron said, "Stop effing with my son. That's my effing son. Stop effing with my son." And then Stephen A. reacted to it on his show. Whatever, you know.
Well, here's probably I didn't even watch Stephen A. Stephen A. probably said, "I don't mean anything like personal against them. He just all he does is critique them." That's what he says. And a lot of these players take it as like a slap in the face, but it's just, I mean, what's the guy supposed to do? I mean, I don't like Stephen A.
Yeah.
But I mean, if the guy's not, if his son's not good, his son's not good.
No, and when you're going to play in the second biggest market,
man.
When you play in the second biggest market in the country, you're going to Everson Pereira.
That ball
it's a shot left field. There it goes.
Wait a minute. What were you guys saying about Everson Pereira, by the way, in the beginning of the spring?
Luca.
Well, I don't think he's going to make the team, and I'm not exactly.
I like him. I've always liked him. But he is a lot of swing and miss.
Oh, but like that game that I went to, the one that I went for you, Vinny, the game when you invited me to your suite, I saw some pop in that kid. Like he has the power.
He has the
power.
But he's got to be more. He's got to be more patient, though.
We got a pimp job in spring training.
He did pimp it out.
I like that.
And I will tell you why he pimped it out. He hit it at 107.5.
Gabrielson with a hit.
And that would have been out to 30 of 30 parks, by the way. He hit it at 406.
Wow.
Never forget that legendary quote from the Rangers manager about the Little League Park home run when it was a home run in 26 out of 30. The moment that stat was born.
Chris Woodward.
Happy birthday, El Duque.
El Duque.
No, not happy birthday, but happy anniversary of becoming a Yankee.
And do you know his brother's name?
What is his brother's name, Vinny?
Livan Hernandez. World Series champion with the Florida Marlins.
But you know what?
Yes.
El Duque had too high of an ERA. You got to remember, the analytics people are going to find a reason to shit on him because he was a Yankee.
That is true.
Alex Jackson up the hit. Jackson really hasn't proven anything to me this spring about nice stolen base for Gabriel.
Yeah, that's true, Brad. Cruz isn't. Cruz is 34. That's true. You're right. He's definitely not a kid.
No. Yeah, I was saying Jackson really hasn't done a lot to prove to me that he's worthy of the backup catcher spot. Hasn't really done much offensively.
El Duque with one of the most unique windups of all time.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
Go-ahead runners in scoring position in the bottom of the 8th. All tied at 5 thanks to Everson Pereira.
Oh, base hit.
Base hit for Jackson. This should give the Yankees the lead. Oh, and that definitely gave him the lead.
That definitely.
Let's go.
As Sean said, that he wasn't proving much.
A good jinx. Yeah, Vinny, our podcast is doomed if this is the rate we're going on in terms of predictions.
Yeah, I know. No kidding.
You just really won't know what you're jinxing. That's the problem.
No.
That is true. That is true. I think our wrestling predictions might be better than our.
Oh, well, yeah, that's true. Although I don't think anybody could have predicted what happened at the Chamber.
No. And I probably wouldn't have predicted that EO would have beaten Rhea.
No, and we're going to talk about that because I have mixed feelings
we
on
definitely need to talk about that. Well, it's just gonna set up for a triple threat. That's all.
Some are saying otherwise, but
no, I think it's gonna be a triple.
We'll hold off on that conversation till.
But then again, my version of predictions
got hit.
Ooh, my version of predictions are usually not very good. So. Sean's are a little better. If you want to listen to anybody,
a little bit.
Listen to Sean.
Pinstripes and pile drivers. You'll see our wrestling videos out Monday night.
That's right.
Of course, too, I think amongst that video, we'll have to do a little mini WWE 2K review.
Yes.
We'll do
Vargas asking for the review on that call. That is a ball.
Yes, just missed.
Called a strike, turned to a ball.
I read something. I don't know how true it is. Apparently, the umpires do not like this system because it's.
I'm sure they don't.
Of course they don't.
Them. They're getting exposed.
Yeah, because they're getting. Yeah, exactly. They're getting exposed.
Where was this when Angel Hernandez?
Little did they know that sheet that people get at the end of the game.
Yeah.
That have all. Well, you know what? You're going to get called on it during the game.
Exactly.
In front of X amount of people.
In front of everybody.
We really got the greatest invention after Angel Hernandez. What a disappointment.
After the other guy, too. Who's the other guy that was behind the plate for a long time?
Swinging.
The big guy. I forgot his name.
But Diaz or Joe West?
Joe West. That guy.
Yes.
Yeah.
I hated that guy. Oh, my God. I heard if you weren't in the league more than 5 years, he wouldn't give you a strike.
Yeah. I've heard that too.
Oh, man.
Rodriguez up to hit. We like that name, Rodriguez.
Who did Alomar spit on?
John Hirschbeck.
Hirschbeck?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. He was another one that I wasn't really a big fan of, but not that I like Alomar. Alomar should never have done that.
Now
I think there was a lot of personal stuff between him and Alomar, though.
Now I know it's only a spring training game, but can we see Devin Williams come out for the save?
Ooh, the Airbender! I want to see.
I would love to see that, but they're not going to.
I just want to say the Airbender's coming out.
Yes, that's a fly ball in the right center for out number 2. You know, Devin Williams. He's got to be so happy not pitching right now, just knowing that the next time he'll come out, he'll have his beard back.
Yep, definitely.
Hardman comes up to hit. Seen a few beards already. We've seen one kid earlier with the goatee. Stanton's got the beard again.
Stanton's got the beard.
Stanton better be careful with his beard. His might go gray a little quicker.
Judd said he's going to do it like the ones before him. He's not going to have a beard.
Yeah.
And plus, he also said he can't grow one.
That's not true. He did have one though.
He said he told MLB Network he couldn't grow one. He was just joking.
Well, I'm happy that he's not going to have the beard because when he had his beard in the offseason, he looked like Dak Prescott. Let's not bring that. Let's not do that.
Yeah.
We don't need to feed the narrative that Yankee fans are Cowboy fans. And the ones that do exist, I'm sorry, you're not real Yankee fans.
My buddy, my best friend of 30 years is a Yankee and a Cowboy fan.
I work with somebody who is a Yankee Cowboy fan, a Stop and Shop.
Yeah.
Look, if you live in New York and you're a Yankee fan, fine. But if you're a Cowboy fan in New York, just no.
Because they're quote unquote America's team.
Well, depending on, I would say if you're a Cowboy fan, you should probably if you're a Cowboy fan in New York, you're probably of a certain age. If you're any younger than like
40,
50, then you should not be a Cowboy fan.
Unless your dad was a Cowboy fan.
Oh,
maybe we'll an error.
Nice.
Maybe.
Nice.
Yes, infield single probably gonna be an error. That third baseman's had a tough night.
Yeah, he went under his glove. Looked like. Yep. Oh, yeah, it went under his glove. It hit his glove.
Right through. Yeah, right under the glove. Easy reach there for Hardman. But yeah, like Vinny said, if you're a Cowboy fan and you're under 50, unless your dad was a Cowboy fan, then
yeah, because back in the day there was only we know, even though the Jets and Giants are here, there was two teams that were. If you're a Steelers fan or a Cowboys fan, and you're now I don't know what's your excuse. Your dad was a Steelers fan.
Yeah, my dad was a Steelers
fan.
So
that's a different story. But
yeah. Well, plus I got ties.
I had a friend back in grade school that was a Steelers fan too.
You know, Vinny, you'd actually be surprised, and Luca can kind of back me up on this. There's more Yankee Steeler fans than you would think.
Yeah.
There's way more than you.
No, I know. I know they're probably.
We went to school with a couple of Yankees.
I went to school with a few. I went to a school with a few Steelers fans too. Hated every minute of it, but.
Like I said, Vinny, we got to get you to the Berg. Beautiful city. Beautiful city.
Yeah. That's why I want a sandwich. I want a Primanti's.
Yeah. I mean, hey, that's a Pittsburgh staple. But I've also heard
that's why I want one.
My friend who I used to work with at Stop and Shop, his girlfriend used to go to school in Pittsburgh. She said that everybody in Pittsburgh says it's the most overrated thing.
Well, I'm sure it is. I just
apparently that's like their Geno's and Pats.
Geno's and Pats, right? That's I understand that whole thing because we live in a big city too. Like we know like the places that like Ray's Pizzas are right, but
the Joe's Pizza.
That's not the best. That's not the best pizza to go to.
Well, me and Luca say it all the time. If you want the best pizza in New York, you're not gonna look in Manhattan. If you do, you're not gonna find it.
No, Brooklyn,
Staten Island,
Staten Island. Danino's to me.
Danino's is
even though I'm from Brooklyn, Danino's
is mine. That'll always be mine. I'll always be my favorite. Yeah. Luca's favorite actually was my favorite out of Brooklyn. It's not there anymore. R.I.P. Lenny's Pizza.
Lenny's is done.
I
do like Spumoni Garden though. I like L&B.
Yeah, but do you know how expensive they gotten now?
I know they have.
I mean,
dude.
Last time I went to Alex and Luca's, I think we spent $26 for a pie. Now it's Luca. What'd you say? It's $32 now.
I know, but it's the childhood in me though, because when I was a kid, my dad used to sit me on the '76 Buick, sitting right by L&B.
That's a true Brooklyn story.
A slice of pizza. That's what I remember of that place.
See, my dad first.
Not now, but you know.
I'll never forget after my first Yankee game, 2015. Yankees beat the Mariners 2-1. CeCe got the pitch that day. He was always my favorite pitcher, so we got to see him pitch. He beat King Felix Hernandez. After the game, we got back to Staten Island, and we were going back to PA in the same day because it was a Sunday afternoon game. Took me to his favorite spot, Brothers Pizza. It was always his favorite. Granted, Luca could tell you this because I used to hate going there because I could never keep the slice together. if you know anything about Brothers Pizza, they got the cheesiest slice in New York. They push so much cheese on it, it will fall apart. Some days it'll fall apart on you.
Yeah.
If you let it sit long enough.
Yeah.
But it is one of the best in New York. But their
I agree.
Sicilian is the Sicilian is like top tier.
What I will say about L&B is they're not the same as they used to be.
I'm sure they're not.
Every
They've
Brooklynite says that.
changed. They've changed a lot. I went back in 2014, and they weren't the same.
Mm-hmm.
Not just in terms of prices, but how they run their business. Their service
Well,
is
yeah, the
horrible
business
when
is
they're
different.
crowded.
Yeah.
It's more
Yeah.
like a tourist attraction now. Like it doesn't
Right,
seem like it was
right.
Brooklyn,
Right,
native to
right.
Brooklyn. Like
See, I still
Luigi.
say this.
Yeah, like when I was a kid, it was like everybody hung out there.
I still say this. It's not what it was. It's still better than what I have in Pennsylvania.
Of
Oh
course.
yeah,
I can't take it,
dude, you could go to Sbarro and you'd be better over there than.
And you know what? You're right, because the only time I ever had a Sbarro was up here in
And
PA,
I
and it
bet
was
you
actually
loved it. I bet you
I
loved
didn't
it.
love it, but it was.
No, I bet it was closer than what you got.
Oh,
Yeah.
100%.
That's the way it was. That's the way it was in Washington too.
Ryan Anderson is the pitcher. They did not send out Devin Williams.
Ryan Anderson.
I think he pitched that. He pitched that day. We called the Tigers game. Remember, he gave up like 3 runs.
Yes, I remember. Mr. Anderson.
But Luigi's right now.
Luigi's is like
current pizzerias. It's the best.
Luigi's to me is the most old school slice you'll get, and that's why I love it so much.
Have you been to Danino's, Luca?
Yes, I have.
I've taken him 2 or 3 times.
Did you like it?
The first time I went in 2019 with Sean and his family, I was like, okay, this is all right. Second time around, I was like, oh, this is way better than I thought. 8.7.
Yeah.
Yeah, we like to do like the Barstool style ratings. That's a base hit. Oh God.
8.7.
Yeah, 8.7 in my opinion. That's a Danino's. But in my opinion, my favorite Staten Island slice is Joe and Pat's.
Oh, I love Joe.
Joe and Pat's is good. Joe and Pat's is good.
You know what I love about Joe and Pat's too? It's so easy to eat a whole pie by yourself. You almost need to.
Yeah, I know. That's why I don't order from Joe and Pat's.
Well, the only thing is they are kind of expensive.
And they are. Yeah,
but to me, it's worth it.
Danino's has gotten expensive too.
Danino's is ridiculous now.
Yeah.
Oh, chance for 2. Fires.
But
there's one on the first. That's
safe.
Not in time.
There's nothing like going to Danino's and then going across to Ralph's.
Oh, you can't. If you're not getting
Ralph's
the full
Italian Ice
experience.
Ralph's Italian Ice, man. It's good stuff.
Yes, a true Staten Island experience.
I gotta tell you, Joe and Pat's fried galma is like almost undefeated.
Yeah.
My mother says, because she likes fried galma, she says Joe and Pat's is up there. She says Danino's just a little bit better.
Danino's is good too. That is a good call. That's a good call because they're both pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
I think your mom might be right, Sean.
Yeah. Well, she's been going there. Her and my family have been going to Danino's since.
Mozzarella sticks though.
Oh,
Danino's has it hands down.
They got that's
mozzarella blocks.
Literally that's gotta be like a pound of mozzarella inside that.
It's the best.
It's so good, but you can't eat too many of them.
No. You'll be weighed down the whole day.
Oh my goodness.
You'll be weighed down the whole day.
God, I can't wait till I'm back. I'm coming to New York in 2 weeks. I
know.
Runners on first and second with one.
And he hits him.
Should have put in Williams.
Top of them.
Fire Boone.
I think
the bullpen management is
Fire Boone in spring training.
Yes.
I was gonna say, I think I had fried galma the first time I was there. I was like, you know what, this is really crispy.
Yes.
Yeah,
it's a good thing to have.
The crispier, the better. Crispier.
Also,
absolutely.
The other thing Danino's has that's really good is their wings.
Their wings are good.
My family loves their wings.
I ordered those. You know what? Matter of fact, I ordered those on Super Bowl Sunday.
I hope these businesses find out we're watching. It's a wild pitch.
Although I will say Kettle Black has really good wings.
I've actually not been to Kettle Black.
There's one in Brooklyn, one in Staten Island.
You know,
Kettle Black's pretty good, man.
You know who's got really good wings, Vinny? It's in Stapleton. Hop Shop.
I've heard of that.
Their food. Granted, the area is not the greatest, but the food is phenomenal.
And when
No
you're
disrespect to the people in Stapleton. I know
when you're
we're
back,
friends with some people that live there.
when you're back, Sean, we'll go to Kettle Black.
Sounds good to me. You know what we got to do? We got to do a Ferry Hawks game and then Kettle Black. How does that sound?
No, that sounds
We gotta go. We gotta go see our old. We gotta see our old employers.
It's in the same area.
Yes, it is. We gotta go see our old employers.
That's right. That's right. See who's left.
There's not many players. I hope. I still can't believe we got to see Pablo Sandoval pitch 5 shutout innings for the Ferry Hawks last year.
You're talking. What was it? He was World Series MVP, if I'm correct, right?
Yes, he was.
He was.
And he pitched 5 shutout for Staten Island last year.
I just want to add.
For those who don't know, the Ferry Hawks are an independent baseball league team that plays out of Staten Island. They replaced our beloved Staten Island Yankees.
I do have 2 things real quick. This is from Chris Kirshner early today. This is the Yankees' injury so far. Stan elbows IL. You have DJ LeMahieu with a calf injury. You got to give me 1 second. 1 second.
Oh, he got summoned. Ryan Anderson has not done anything to impress me this spring.
No.
We've called 2 games of his, and the first one was a disaster. This one feels like a disaster in the making.
So to continue with the injuries, LeMahieu was shut down from baseball activities due to a calf. Luis Heels on the IL. JT Brubaker is actually hurt with a rib injury. Tyler Matzik has an oblique injury and is probably not ready for opening day. Clayton Beater's also hurt, who I forgot to mention, also not ready for opening day. And Scott F. Ross has a hamstring injury and he's shut down. But I will also mention my second point. While I was in Jersey driving, well, Alex was more driving. I was in the passenger seat. Driving to my aunt's house in Sayreville, we did see somebody with a Ferry Hawk sticker on the back of their car.
Nice. You got to remember, they got a lot of love when Kelsey Whitmore was there.
Yeah.
I think that had a lot to do with it too. That really kind of put the Ferry Hawk name out there, which I was happy about. I'm still happy we got to actually chat with her. She was such a cool person. I hope for nothing but the best for her.
Yeah.
I was just saying to Vinny, Luca, Ryan Anderson, we've called 2 games of his, and he has done nothing to impress me so far.
Yeah, he doesn't look too impressive. He looks like his control is out of whack a little bit. Doesn't have the command.
Well, the only good thing is with the bases loaded, the double play is back in order.
And so you say.
Down at the short, fires the second ball. No, in the first. Tie game. Or that get 2 runs in.
That was.
Did that get 2 runs in or just 1? They called the runner at first. Wait a minute. Okay.
They called the runner first out?
Did he overshoot the bag?
I got to check this out.
I don't understand.
Wait. Was he? Oh, hold on.
Did he miss first?
Did he turn?
I don't think he turned. I thought he ran through the base.
Let's see. Well, I'm still like a pitch or 2 behind, so I'll figure this out.
Okay.
All right. So, that's the end of the inning. It's tied at 6.
Well, they're not showing
They didn't show a replay, so.
Didn't show a replay. What does it say on the official scorecard here?
What do we got?
Let's see. Chopper, get 1 out. Fire to first. It didn't look like he turned to first. No, it looked like he just fell.
Oh.
He fell?
Vinny. Naomi called Bianca Belair an ungrateful bitch.
Really?
Yeah.
Oof.
So I guess then Bianca really did have nothing to do with.
Right.
That's disappointing. Bianca should have been a part of that too.
I think I said something about that.
Yeah, Naomi admitted to doing it.
Yeah.
So Bianca has no part in it, so we don't get to see Bianca and Jade.
Well, we're gonna see Jade and Naomi. That's for damn sure.
Oh, nobody wants to see that.
Nobody wants to see that, but
oh well.
One of them had to turn heel, and they weren't going to turn Jade heel.
No, it should have been Bianca.
Well, yeah, but
just want to say, from my vantage point, it looked like he maybe intuitively wanted to turn to second, but it looked like he slipped. Right. It just ran straight through. So,
breaking news: we have a no-hitter alert. The Tennessee Volunteers have just pitched a no-hitter.
Ooh.
I'm trying to see who that's against. I don't know what school that is. I've never seen that logo before.
What logo is that?
Whoever the hell Tennessee played.
I'll find
But
out.
nonetheless, 12-0.
Aren't they early? Aren't they really early in their season, or are they
about 2 weeks in? So there's no division play yet.
So they're probably
Saint
playing.
Bonaventure.
Oh.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Pittsburgh, Armand. Yes, Pittsburgh is a beautiful city. It's the cleanest city I've ever been in. And Luca, you got a DM from Brad.
Yes, that was the. He sent me the injury updates.
Oh, I got you.
Also, Vinny for us.
So they gave the Blue Jays the second run. It's 7-6.
Yeah, that's what I saw. The Jets, obviously, this is no news to us, but Jordan Schultz confirmed the Jets' high interest on Justin Fields.
Yeah.
We all knew that. What a game we've had, and we have not been engaged.
7-6, bottom 9.
What have we had, like 4 lead changes? There's a walk to start? Okay.
Walk. Yeah. That was a.
Okay, so now they're finally showing the replay.
Yeah, it looked like he turned.
Oh, yeah, I see.
And he
after
fell.
he ran through first, he tried to turn for second.
Oh, stop it. You were.
Yeah, you knew what you were doing.
You turned. Man.
But the runner did score first, so that's why it's 7-6.
That's a bad base running play by him.
Yeah. Tried to do too much. There was no need for him.
He didn't know.
He wasn't going to make the second anyway.
But I don't think he knew where the ball was, though.
Okay, so Hans Montero is up. Played in A-ball Tampa. Want to make a name for yourself? Put it in the bleachers.
There you go.
It's really easy.
Sean's making it easier than it sounds.
Well, he doesn't have to. He can't because this guy's throwing 7 straight balls.
Yeah, this guy can't find the plate. He
might not need to hit a dinger.
This guy's throwing sinkers and sliders only. And there's a
3-0. There's ball 4. That's up and in. This guy's pulling a Chapman right now. Oh, here comes Pereira now.
Oh, Pereira.
Can he make it 2?
How nice would it be if he had a home run here?
Oh, he'd make a strong case for left field.
Yeah.
This pitcher has an over 4 career ERA, so. Come on, Pereira. Oh, I don't know about that.
I looked outside.
I don't think they have any challenges left, though.
No. Oh, it was right on the. It was actually right on the corner. I'm looking at it right now.
I'm curious about that. How many challenges are you allowed for the ABS?
2, but if you get them right, you keep them.
You keep them right.
If you get 2 wrong, you're done.
Right.
Come on, Pereira.
That's low. Oh, go.
Go.
Yes. Second and third.
All right, tying run is 90 feet away. The go-ahead run is in scoring position.
All he needs is a fly ball to tie the game.
Well, remember, they only play 9, so
I'll take a tie.
I take the T.
I mean, I'll take the win, but I'll take the tie.
Yeah, no. Unless the managers want to play extras, this is probably it.
Oh, I thought he had that one.
Yeah, he knew it too.
Right over the plate. Ooh,
he knew it too.
I was dead.
Yeah, the managers will usually decide if they in spring training if they want to play extras. They used to years ago, but now they.
Oh no!
Oh, you can't look at that.
Anything close, you got to swing at. But I don't know if that was a strike. That was not a strike.
Oh, it wasn't. Okay, he won the challenge.
That's what I was gonna say. That was not a strike.
Nice. Yeah. I like this rule. I really like this rule.
Yeah, that was outside. You could tell from there.
It was good framework, though.
It was definitely good.
But I still think he should have swung it away.
What's up, real quick to Brian Mansell Show. Check him out. With the injury to heel, can the new look rotation keep the Yankees afloat for the first month of the season?
Well, if they play 500 ball, the sky's going to fall anyway, so we know that much. Come on, Pereira.
There's good eye.
Nice. 3-2.
I think they can. I think they'll be fine.
Like I said,
Cole, Rodon, and Fried, and then We gotta hope. We gotta hope. We gotta hope. Stroman. Oh, Pereira. See that's the problem. That's the problem with Pereira.
Damn it! All right, one away.
He's a lot of swing and miss. I think they'll be okay.
Yeah, like I said, we either this after the first week the sky is gonna fall or the World Series is on. You know how.
Well, I have a feeling Stroman's going to get shelled in his first outing.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
That's going to drop.
Base hit. That should win it. Yes, it gets away from both outfielders.
That'll win it.
That wins it.
Yeah.
Ball game over.
Nice.
Yankees win.
We get to play. We get to play Frank. We get to play Frank Sinatra.
Yes, just not on here because then we'll get shut down.
No, definitely not.
Yes.
Nice. What a game. And we were out of it for like 4 innings. Talking about pizza and pork roll.
Yes.
But hey, nice ending. Nice ending.
So
me and Vinny, we are 2-1 to start.
All right.
That's right.
All right. So I'll go from Vinny to Sean to myself for final thoughts and any more information you obviously can share about your channel. So we'll start with Vinny.
Definitely love the way the kids fought at the end of the game.
Yeah.
To kind of get didn't like Anderson, like Sean said at the beginning. And I'm really enjoying I always want to call him Clay Bellinger because I'm that guy. Because I remember his dad, but I'm enjoying watching Cody Bellinger play. I think he's gonna be and he's gonna add he's the perfect fit for us because you could play him just about anywhere.
Yeah.
And I think he's going to be good for us. But other than that, it's a spring training game. I mean,
a win's a win.
A win's a win, and that's right.
Yes. All right, Sean.
It was a good game overall. It was fun conversation nonetheless. You know, these spring games a little hard to stay engaged the whole time, but I was actually I will say I was pretty happy with Stroman. I know I was a little critical of the home run, but Stroman didn't look too bad. It's a step in the right direction. Like Vinny said, Bellinger's been playing great up to this point, so hopefully that carries on. The drive of the game, by the way, from was the Wells home run to lead it off, and then the Bellinger home run. But the kids definitely did not give up, which you always love to see that. All I can say is, a win's a win. Let's hope tomorrow we kill the trash throws again.
Yes, as much as we make it sound like, as Sean said it perfectly, this is not the easiest watch. It means a lot for the spring training guys, the kids that are trying to fight for a playoff spot and all that. Not playoff spot, roster spot, like an Everson Pereira. A lot of people are counting him out. Jason Dominguez being the leader of the left field positional battles, some rotation guys, obviously, and the bullpen as well, just some key battles. Also third base as well, Peraza, Yorbit, Vivas, and all that. But if you guys haven't already, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and share this out as well. Also, turn on the notification bell so you know when Big Blue in the Bronx goes live. Also, not only subscribe to our channel, but Pinstripes and Pile Drivers as well.
Thank you for having us on tonight, Luca.
Absolutely.
Yes, thank
you. Much appreciated. We'll obviously be collaborating a lot in the future.
Yes.
But obviously, Sean mentioned during the telecast that he and Vinny will be live for the spring breakout game next Saturday. I believe is 6 o'clock?
6:05. We'll be on at 6. I think for that game we should actually really try to be engaged with that one because that's a big one. That's the biggest game of the spring. So we will
absolutely.
You'll get our full undivided attention for that, especially against the Orioles. That's
also Sean said as well. I believe you guys are going to have some WWE content out Monday.
Yes, we'll be recording tomorrow, Sunday, and then we'll have those out by Monday. That and some Yankee stuff, but definitely some WWE. You kind of got some foreshadowing of some big things that happened this week on Raw and SmackDown. Thank you, Armand. We appreciate that too.
Yes, thank you, Armand.
Brian also said with Pereira, the common trend with the Yankees minor league bats, high strikeout rates, and the power, obviously.
Yes, agreed.
But for those who stayed the 3 hours, appreciate y'all. Tomorrow night, it's going to be a Giants free agency and NFL draft preview, offseason preview for the New York Giants, quarterback controversy, all these different things. But keep it here with the Big Blue in the Bronx channel. As I said earlier, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Also subscribe to Pinstripes and Pile Drivers.
And don't forget, for our Jet fans in the chat, a new Jet show is coming soon via the
Coming
Two Men
soon.
Above.
Yes.
Yes,
soon.
for the two of us above. We'll hopefully start that soon. But regardless, it's been a pleasure to serve y'all, and we'll talk to you guys later. Peace.